But suddenly, a light flashed up and rescued her. Was it a spirit? Or an angel descended? Let's find out the mysterious story with WOA Fairy Tales. Once upon a time, in a town, there lived twin sisters named Tiara and Nina, who specialized in vanquishing demons. From a young age, the two sisters followed their parents' footsteps to vanquish demons in many places. In particular, these two treasures could also open the gate of hell, the one-dimensional world. Once sucked into this world, they would not be able to escape. This function was in order to trap the evil demons inside. The twins were excellent. However, Tiara was always careful and delicate. Nina was clumsy when there was no help from her sister.
Thank you very much. Be more careful next time. Don't let yourself get hurt over such little things. It's just because I'm so happy that I am a little bit careless and I always have you by my side to help. Besides, you see, we have made a big contribution today and caught all of the petty thief, Demon King, and his minions.
However, Tiara and Nina didn't expect that there was a small demon left after the battle. Taking the opportunity they didn't notice, the demon jumped out to attack. Tiara panicked, covered her sister, and was pushed into the hell portal at the same time as the demon.
Tiara!
By the time Nina understood what was happening, it was too late. Tiara had completely disappeared behind the gate.
Tiara! I'm the one who caused this incident, so I'll definitely help you get back.
After that, Nina set out to find the way, but things became more and more difficult. Furthermore, without Tiara by her side, Nina didn't seem to have the confidence and ability to vanquish demons on her own. She was even almost defeated by the demons, if it weren't for the help of Kevin, a close friend of her parents in the past, who was in charge of destroying demons in this land.
Mr. Kevin, are you here to vanquish demons?
Yes, and I didn't expect to see you here again. How long has it been since we last met?
It was 2 years ago when we turned 16 years old and started to be independent.
Right, but where's Tiara? Mentioning Tiara, Nina was sad again. She recounted her journey to rescue her sister with Kevin. In the past, your parents had a similar incident while vanquishing demons, and your mother trapped behind this gate. Your father was very scared. He rushed back home and tried everything to save your mother. In the end, he discovered that there was only one way, and for only each person to save the people inside the gate. It's using his blood to draw on an item that belongs to your mother, and making it a guide and finding your mother in the hell world. In addition, he also tied a vine around his body and a tree trunk to create a connection between the living world and the hell world. Before he left, he seemed to feel something bad, so he sent me back 2 of you and these treasures before he left. However, when he found your mother, the gravity of the gates of hell was so great that the vine broke, and I alone could not pull both of them up. Because he didn't want me to be dragged into the gates of hell, your father cut the vine and accepted to stay there with his wife.
So it turns out, but no matter how difficult it is, I'm determined to find my sister again.
Seeing Nina's determination clearly, old Kevin smiled, nodded to congratulate Nina, and left. Nina began summoning the gate of hell and the guide as her father had done at Kevin's command. Then, Nina wrapped a thick rope around her body before entering the gate. Finally, after a while of searching, Nina also found her sister. However, because the attraction of the gate was too strong, she still couldn't get out of the hell world. Suddenly, an invisible force surrounded Tiara and Nina and helped them get out of the hell world. Since her sister's return, Nina realized that Tiara had no memory of her past memories. and often had a habit of stealing from people and acting rudely, which made her unable to understand. Moreover, when they were vanquishing demons, Tiara was always afraid and ran away when she saw Nina using the heirloom treasure to destroy demons. There were even nights when Nina had nightmares about Tiara's figure calling for help.
Nina! Tiara! Why are you over there? Let me go over there! Nina, don't come over here and be careful. The person beside you isn't really me. It's the Demon King spirit that's taking over my body. You have to subdue him and protect the people.
Silence!
Tiara!
After the nightmare, Nina began to put events together to find the truth.
It's true that Tiara has changed a lot these days. Petty theft, rude behavior, and fear of magic scepter. So, if what Tiara said in the dream was true, now her body is already possessed by the Demon King. I have to summon the gate of hell to defeat the Demon King. But if I do that, Tiara will never be able to escape again because I used the only chance to save her that time.
Nina thought for a long time. Through each nightmare, she understood that if she continued to let the Demon King take over Tiara's body, her sister would continue to suffer. Therefore, Nina finally decided to make a plan to take the Demon King's spirit in Tiara's body back to hell.
Nina, you made such a delicious dinner tonight. I made it for you. Do you like it? Of course I like it. It's too delicious for me to refuse.
After that, Nina quietly looked at Tiara's expression and felt extremely hurt because she knew that this was the last meal to be able to see her sister's figure.
Tiara, I am very happy to have you as my sister and really miss the days when we defeated demons and helped people around. So, I will miss you very much in the future if you can't be with me anymore.
Sensing that something was wrong with Nina's words, the Demon King in Tiara's body panicked and ran away.
Nina, what are you doing? Help me! No! You're not my sister! It is my selfishness that has created the opportunity for you to invade my sister's body, causing her to suffer. In order to correct all these mistakes, I will conquer you!
However, just as Nina was about to defeat the Demon King, Tiara's spirit flashed before her eyes.
Tiara!
Oh, that's right. Originally, my spirit and your sister's always existed in this body. If you want to push me to hell, it's like you're harming your sister. So, if you still love your sister, quickly save this body.
While Nina was shaking about her decision, she suddenly felt Tiara's voice echoing in her ears.
Nina, just do it. Tiara!
Turns out, with the last bit of strength, Tiara's spirit was trying to gain control of her body and talk to her sister.
Nina, you can trust the Demon King because we don't know what kind of trouble he will cause to you and the others after he returns. I am not brave enough to do this. No, Nina. I believe you can do it. I have witnessed your growth in the past few days without me. You are really much stronger, and I believe that what I sacrificed for my sister was completely worth it. So let go of my hand. I see. Tiara, thank you for always being my support, my belief, and my sister. I love you so much. I love you too, my little sister.
And then, despite the pain, Nina finally let go of Tiara's body. Just as Nina was thinking she lost Tiara forever, a light from hell flashed and Tiara's spirit flew out. She was an angel now.
Tiara! Nina, it was your sacrifice and letting go of thoughts that helped my spirit escape from hell and become an angel. And now, even though I'll gather with our parents in heaven, I'll always be cheering for you, Nina. I got it! Wishing you a safe road trip. I will miss you and parents very much.
Saying that, Nina sent Tiara up to the sky and watched her become a twinkling star, shining in her direction.
Let's live well together.
Certain city where everyone, regardless of gender, age, or social class, they all had one common interest: eating candy from the Wonka factory. This was the largest candy factory at that time, and the owner of that place was none other than Willy Wonka, a highly talented and extraordinary candy maker. The reason Wonka could succeed like that was partly thanks to the help of the Oompa Loompas, cheerful and diligent creatures. They particularly loved and worshipped cocoa fruits. Wonka found them on an adventure to find new ideas for his new candy products. When they found out that Wonka had the ability to create fantastic chocolate from cocoa beans, they trusted and gave Wonka a magic flute, which they could control. The Oompa Loompas absolutely adored working in the factory because they could indulge in enjoying the delicious candies here. Wonka's job was extremely favorable, but he still felt frustrated because it had been a long time since he had come up with any new ideas. Suddenly, a sound of knocking on the door echoed, forcing Wonka to reluctantly get up and open the door. He was extremely surprised when he saw a small girl trembling from the cold behind the door. It seemed that he was attracted to that girl from the first glance.
Hello, sir. I have unfortunately lost my way and encountered heavy rain. Please kindly have mercy on me and allow me to stay for one night. I will leave the next day.
Unable to let the little girl stay in the cold night, Wonka immediately invited her into the house. He gave the girl a cup of hot tea and some snacks for her to eat as a stomach lining. When asking about her, he just found out that her name was Candy, and she lived in a remote countryside area. Because she wanted to earn some extra money, she went to the city to look for a job, but she was too weak and no one wanted to hire her. Seeing Candy's pitiful situation, Wonka immediately invited her to come and work at his factory. Of course, the girl was also extremely happy to accept the offer. The next morning, Wonka was awakened by an incredibly delicious smell of food. Turned out, Candy woke up early and prepared a simple but incredibly delicious breakfast for Wonka. Wonka happily enjoys breakfast. It seemed like it had been a long time since he had experienced such warm flavor. After breakfast, Wonka took Candy to visit his factory. He excitedly introduces all the delicious and strange types of cakes and candies here. This is the hair growth candy, but its usefulness still way beyond necessary. This is the high fiber lunch candy. It includes all flavors from appetizers to main dishes and finally finishes with a blueberry dessert. However, this candy has a small flaw, which is that a person eating it will transform into a blueberry afterwards. But don't worry, after going through a juicer a few times, he will return to normal. Gas breath makes us fly and soar around after drinking. When we burp, they will lose effect, or by another way of releasing gas. Candy for children in poorer class, they can buy this type of candy at an extremely cheap price and consume them within a year. And here is our latest invention, the fire-expelling candy. Just by absorbing a certain amount of water, they will create a devastating explosive force.
Mr. Wonka is truly a talented person and also has a compassionate heart.
Candy's praise made Wonka extremely excited. It had been a long time since the Oompa Loompas saw Wonka smile so happily. When knowing that Candy loves balloons, Wonka immediately specially creates a candy made from balloons just for her. This is a new type of candy that I have invented, combining chewy candy and floating gas. It's my special gift for you.
Thank you, Mr. Wonka. The flying balloons are very beautiful. But for me, they are truly beautiful only when they fly freely in the sky.
Candy released her hand, allowing the ball to gently soar into the blue sky. At that moment, Wonka noticed a hint of sadness in Candy's eyes, accompanied by a little bit of longing. As time passed, Wonka gradually placed complete trust in the little girl named Candy, to the point that he didn't care to carefully keep the magical flute anymore. One morning, Wonka woke up and found the house strangely empty. No longer was the delicious smell of food waking him up like usual. It was just the dry and monotonous sound of the alarm clock. Candy was no longer downstairs preparing breakfast for Wonka as usual. Intuiting something bad, Wonka hurriedly searched for the magic flute. However, despite searching every nook and cranny, he couldn't find it anywhere. Indeed, afterwards, when he arrived at the factory, there was no longer a trace of any Oompa Loompa. Wonka felt like he had lost everything, desperate, and blamed himself. Suddenly, he noticed the traces of the blueberries stretching all the way to the door.
It's a trail left by the Oompa Loompas after their lunchtime candy feast. If I follow it, I might find everyone in even candy. Maybe there's some misunderstanding in this situation.
Traces of the blueberry led Wonka deep into the old forest and stopped at a castle made entirely of candy. Willy Wonka immediately realized that those candies were made by Oompa Loompas. Suddenly, a familiar figure glided past, and that was Candy.
Candy? Could it be that she was also forced to come here?
While chasing Candy, suddenly a net made of gummy candy fell onto the guy. Next, the Oompa Loompas rushed in to hold tightly, not giving him a chance to move. An obese woman appears in front of him with a sly smile while holding his magic flute in her hand.
Oh, look who is here to visit me! Isn't this the talented candy manufacturer Willy Wonka?
Who are you? Why do you want to capture Candy and the Oompa Loompas?
Until now, you're still so foolish, huh? Candy is just a product I created from candles and dark magic. The purpose is to deceive you and obtain this magical flute.
When he learned the truth, Wonka was extremely sad as he looked at Candy, and the girl instinctively avoided his gaze.
You're a witch! Well, I am just a candy maker. Why do you want to harm me?
Oh, sorry I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Baker, and I am also someone who is interested in baking sweets. Because only sweets can tempt greedy children to eat. However, for some reason, since those mischievous kids escaped, we haven't seen any child wandering around this forest anymore. What are their names, huh? Oh, right, Hansel and Gretel. Truly hideous names. Then we found out that a very deli factory had just appeared. Even the poor children could afford to eat it, so they didn't have to go into the forest to find food anymore. I had to put in a lot of effort and time to plan the overthrow of that detestable person and their factory. And now, no one can stop us anymore. Quickly lock him up, Oompa Loompas. Later, we will make him use a magical formula and transform him into a chocolate statue, then expose him to the morning sun tomorrow.
With the magic flute, Baker can now easily control Oompa Loompa to do as she wishes. Sometime later, while being immersed in despair, Wonka immediately heard the sound of the door opening. That was Candy. In her hand, she was carrying a small bottle.
You came to bring me a poison, huh?
Wonka, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
You don't need to pretend anymore. I have nothing left for you to take. My career, the Oompa Loompas, and even my heart are all gone.
Suddenly, Candy quickly grabbed Wonka's hand and ran away.
What are you doing?
I will help you leave this place. After that, please never come back here again.
However, not long after, Baker discovered. She immediately gave Oompa Loompa permission to chase after them. Wonka immediately pulled out his unique candy inventions that he had brought along earlier to temporarily stop them. It seemed like they were about to escape, but Baker quickly stood in front of the door and continuously attacked the two with a sticky candy gun. Out of running options, Candy had to pull Wonka and run back to her room. When stepping into Candy's room, Wonka was extremely amazed when he saw the room decorated with a lot of candy balloons, a type that Wonka had specially created for.
Wow, these are...
Indeed, initially, I approached you because of Mrs. Baker's command. But after a while of receiving his attention, I felt in her chest a very strange and special feeling. I'm truly sorry for everything.
Hearing Candy's sincere words made Wonka extremely happy, but immediately the romantic atmosphere was interrupted by a loud sound hitting the door. Baker rushed over and was trying to break the door into pieces using cookies.
Mr. Wonka, please quickly leave from here through the chimney. I will try to keep them detained.
Please come with me.
This door can't hold on for much longer. Moreover, my life has been closely linked to her already. If it weren't because of her medication that keeps me alive, I would soon become a lifeless piece of cake.
Wherever she keeps that medicine, I will bring it back for you.
Don't worry about it, because she always carries it with her, so it will be very difficult to get it back.
At this moment, Wonka suddenly came up with a crazy idea. He used his spicy candy to design a sharp tool that could help them create a path. Then quickly gathered all the balloons in the room into one big bunch. After finishing arranging everything, Wonka called Candy over and then threw a perfectly aimed bottle of soda right onto target, into the prepared candy tube. The door had now been broken by the Oompa Loompas into pieces. At that moment, the chili candy tube that Wonka had prepared earlier was filled with enough water and sprayed a very strong fire onto the ceiling. Make the roof out of chocolate immediately melt into a large puddle. Just wait for that moment, Wonka cut the string of the bunch of balloons and then tightly held Candy flying out through the hole in the ceiling. Baker tried to attack, but it was also fuel. Everything didn't stop there. The heat from the spicy candies continued to have an effect, causing Baker's candy castle to melt and collapse on her head. After a while, everything came to an end. Exhausted, Baker crawled out from the pile of broken candies that were slowly drying up. When she decided to use the flute to summon the Oompa Loompas for help, Wonka swiftly recovered it. After that, Wonka also obtained a magic potion and helped Candy maintain a human body forever. Since then, the two of them had been living happily together, and of course, it was impossible to be without cheerful and diligent Oompa Loompas. Regarding Baker, in order to prevent her from harming others again, Wonka decided to bring her back to the factory and give her a job testing the effects of new candies. It seemed she quite liked this job.
Once upon a time in the distant kingdom of Anmak, there existed a mischievous tribe of fox spirits living apart from the human world. The fox spirits, who were well known for their intelligence and agility, possessed a tail capable of creating extremely useful fire. However, in opposite to their ferocious appearance, the fox spirit tribe was really gentle and kind. During the night, they used their tails to create warm fires that illuminated and provided warmth for the entire kingdom. The fox spirit clan had always lived in secret, deep within the forest. However, recent rumors began to spread that the fox spirits were attacking humans. At the same time, human was also in panic and fear because many of them had mysteriously lost or been killed without clear reasons. Thus, the human started to doubt that the mysterious fox spirit tribe living deep in the forest had murdered them.
The fox spirits are the culprits. We were chased by a fire of fox spirit.
The villagers were terrified and determined to overthrow the fox tribe. Besides, the tribe of fox spirits became more mysterious with the appearance of Sophia, the fox princess. She was so beautiful, with 9 tails that set her apart from her own tribe, who only had 1 tail. The unique appearance attracted many discussions among the foxes. Our princess has a really unique tail. What good is having 9 tails if you can't create fire? It's useless. That's the fact. Sophia was born in a mysterious red moon night with 9 beautiful tails, but she possessed no special magical abilities, not even the power to create fire. This worried the king and queen as they feared for Sophia's future without any extraordinary powers. Under the protection of the king and the queen, Sophia grew up happily. That year, when she reached 18 in the grand palace of the Fox Spirit tribe, everyone was celebrating her birthday with joy and dancing, when suddenly a group of people arrived to attack them. The Fox Spirit tribe was caught off guard. Everything was like a chaos. Everyone ran away in panic. At that most dangerous moment, the king and the queen had to take the princess to a secret tunnel behind the palace. But they could only get Sophia to safety before being unable to escape. No! Dad! Mom! No! Poor Sophia, in just one night, lost both her parents and her entire fox tribe. She ran through the night in tears before being exhausted and fainted. In her dream, the king and the queen appeared right in front of her. Oh, my little princess, I'm so sorry.
Run far away. Find a safe place and live well. We will always be by your side.
Dad? Mom? At that moment, joyful celebrations echoed from the direction of the palace, making Sophia hurtful. She couldn't understand why humans had such hatred for her fox spirit tribe. To find the truth, she decided to return to the palace of Fox Spirit Tribe. Sophia was astonished while seeing the human was celebrating right in front of the glamorous palace of her tribe.
The peace is back! Fox Spirit is defeated! We don't have to be scared or to worry anymore!
It turned out that the people in the village had been experiencing mysterious deaths for a long time, and they believed that the Fox tribe was using their fire-producing tails to harm humans. At this point, Sophia began to understand the reason why humans wanted to exterminate the entire Fox tribe. It's not right! Our Fox Spirit tribe could never harm human. We have always wanted to live in peace. There must be some misunderstanding here. Then she immediately snuck into the village to investigate further. Suddenly, a suspicious-looking fox appeared, sneaking out from within the village. Nobody else seemed to notice, but Sophia was the only one who spotted it. That guy is Fox Spirit? Why haven't I seen him before? Sophia, with full of suspicion, decided to follow him into a deserted forest. Suddenly, an old woman collecting firewood approached. The fox immediately rushed there, causing the old woman to scream in horror and faint. Sophia really panicked because she had no magic power, so she couldn't attack him. To save the old woman, Sophia decided to take a daring step by taking off her cloak and throwing it to the wicked fox spirit. Luckily, the cloak wrapped around the fox's head, causing him to stumble and fall down a nearby slope. Right at that moment, the villagers finally came as he had heard the old woman scream. They saw Sophia, the 9-tailed fox spirit, standing next to an unconscious woman. They immediately misunderstood that she had been the attacker. Then they chased and attacked her. Sophia fled to a cliff. The villagers then also got there and surrounded her. I don't harm human! You all misunderstood me! Not believing that, the villagers immediately attacked her. Suddenly, a light appeared and brought her away. Sophia could easily escape, but that only confirmed in the villagers' minds that she was a wicked nine-tailed fox who always harmed humans. She woke up in the forest and saw her parents' soul. "My little princess, your father and I will always be with you. Watch you every day. Stay strong, my dear." Seeing her parents' soul fading away, Sophia was filled with sorrow. It seemed her parents had used too much of their energy to protect her, so they had lost the last energy to survive. Looking at her parents sacrifice themselves for her, Sophia was heartbroken, and that strengthened her determination. "I have to restore the honor of the Fox Spirit Tribe." Once again, she decided to return to the village. However, she was better prepared. She diligently practiced martial arts day and night, always in a state of readiness for combat against that evil fox spirit. To prepare for the worst case, she always brought the sword along with her. However, no matter how hard she had tried, her 9 tails still couldn't make fire. That was the strongest weapon of the Fox Spirit Tribe. But she was helpless with herself. "Why can't I produce fire, no matter how hard I've trained? Am I truly useless?" Then, on the mysterious dark night, the howling of wolves sent chills down her spine, and she felt something wrong. Sophia quickly rushed to the village and discovered large, suspicious footprints. "It's too dangerous. I have to act immediately." Following the footprints, she reached an abandoned temple at the edge of the village. She was so astonished when seeing all the villagers who had been attacked and gone missing were imprisoned there.
Hello, beautiful Princess Sophia.
Sophia bewilderedly looked at him, and she exclaimed in astonishment, "Dad?" Yes, a face looked exactly like the majestic king of the Fox Spirit Tribe. Also her revered father, but with a starkly different demeanor.
You must be terrified and full of suspicion now. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Morris, your father's identical twin brother.
"My father's brother? But why? Why did you harm those innocent people? They haven't done anything to you."
It's all because of your father!
He told her the story from that year. It turned out that in the Fox Spirit Tribe, there were 2 prince brothers who deeply loved each other, Maris and Felix. The elder brother Maris should have been the one who inherited the throne. However, for no apparent reason, their father chose Felix as his successor. Maris had been really angry, unable to accept the reality. He killed all the innocent creatures, then became a terrifying demon. Seeing his older brother lost his goodness, Felix devised a powerful plan to prevent further harm. Then, on a night with a blood-red moon, the same night when Sophia was born, a deafening howl, just like a wolf's, echoed through the forest. Felix rushed to the source of the sound, but it was too late. Maris had escaped and disappeared. Then years later, at that day, he came back for revenge. The king made a perfect decision because he had seen through your evil nature and ruthless mind. As the princess was about to finish her sentence, Maris prepared to end her. But suddenly, the crowd began to gather outside.
The show is about to begin.
Like a flash, he jumped onto the roof and left. The people arrived and found Sophia at the scene. Their anger and resentment swelled. They took her away without giving her a chance to explain. Sophia cried out in despair, unable to provide any clarification because Maris also came from her lineage. The villagers lit torches one after another and threw them towards her.
Your fox spirit tribe will have to pay for what you caused.
Everything is not like what you saw. Our fox spirit tribe is innocent. Quickly, a large fire burned out, swallowing Sophia's anguished cries of injustice. In her desperation, the spirits of the king and queen appeared once again beside Sophia, using their last remaining strength to create a protective circle of light that shielded her from the raging fire. Maris watched from a distance, satisfied that he had finally avenged Felix and the fox spirit tribe that he despised the most. The sky suddenly darkened and the moon turned blood red. Maris's bloodlust surged even stronger. With a maniacal howl, he went on a rampage, attacking everyone around, creating chaos. The horrific scene unfolded before Sophia's eyes, igniting a burning rage within her, unleashing a surge of power she had never experienced before. The flames were extinguished, and Sophia emerged with a stunning, formidable appearance. She was breathtakingly beautiful, with 9 fiery tails. With the power of her 9 tails, she quickly defeated Maris to the surprise of the villagers. The battle ended, the evil was punished, and the truth was revealed, restoring the fox spirit tribe's honor. And Human had a different look at the fox spirit. Sophia took the throne to lead the kingdom. She allowed humans and fox spirits to coexist peacefully. Her parents were proud of her. Then their souls faded away forever. What she dreamed. Demon Lord couldn't imagine that the beautiful girl who was dancing in front of his eyes was now a brave man. This result was predicted almost 20 years ago. There is a prophecy spoken by the ultimate witch of the demon realm that the boy and the twins of Phoenix would dissipate the demon's force.
Nonsense!
Believing in the prophecy, Demon Lord Adonis brought troops to the god realm to root out the threat, waiting for the Phoenix's birth, which made the seal weaken. However, as soon as the twins were born, the sky emitted a red aura, covering the whole temple. The sacred aura repelled the demons, causing them to retreat to the demon realm. Phoenix gave birth to a boy and a girl, Peacock and Eagle. Your Highness, it's Princess Eagle and Prince Peacock. Why the Princess Eagle? If she was a man, she'd be stronger. Soldier, announce that I gave birth to Prince Eagle, who will inherit my throne. And about Peacock, take him to the forest and take good care of him. Absolutely no one will know the truth. I'm so sorry. If the prophecy is true, surely Demon Lord won't leave it that way. To protect you, to protect the gods, I only have one way. That's how the two children's identities were swapped. The peacock, apparently male, grew up with the name Arya under the title of princess. Because of being isolated, Arya's personality was extremely unpredictable. He often got angry with his servants around. Even with Lila, the strongest descendant of the Garden family, which specializes in protecting the gods. Who would have thought a favored and excellent woman like her have to protect the princess? Didn't everyone say Lila was gonna be Prince Aiden's partner?
Yeah, I heard she was born with powers and abilities to detect poison very quickly. Well, too pity.
One day, the Nine-Tails Fox of Dania, the princess of Fox tribe, heard that peacock was the most beautiful species in the world. She was extremely jealous
looking deep into the forest to provoke. The most beautiful thing in the world looks like it's just some kind of old-fashioned turtle. No one ever comes to see me. Let's see if, after I smoke, your damn peacock can still hide in there. Unexpectedly, the breeze caused the flames to fall out of control, spreading everywhere. Because the fire is so strong, Lila is destroyed by force, from which there is no magic. For a descendant of the Guardian clan, this is no different from being an exterminator.
Lila! Lila! What's wrong with you? There's nothing going to happen to you. I command. I'm fine, Princess. The best way to protect what you cherish is to become stronger. Don't surrender to adversity. Huh?
Since then, Arya stopped ostracizing Lila like she used to. Day after day of hard training, she determined to be strong to protect Lila. One day, as customary once a year, the servant of the Phoenix brought a large bowl of medicinal water to Peacock. Despite losing the magic, Lila recognized it is a poison bowl and immediately knocked it down. That night, after hearing a loud scream in her master's room, Lila stormed in and discovered her beautiful peacock princess turned into a bold and handsome man.
What I've been taking for the whole time is a suppressant to my power and male hormone. The power will be revealed if I was too sad or angry, which made the Demon Lord much easier to realize that he has been deceived.
Don't worry, I'll do my best to help you. Well, training and waiting for the right time to destroy him. Thanks to the espionage, the Demon Lord broke the boundary and stormed the temple. He destroyed the Phoenix and captured Eagle Aiden.
A prophecy? That's lame. If you shut up, I'll take you to your sister. Well, I heard she's a good-looking girl. Very suitable for the available Demon Queen position.
Whatever you do to me, never hurt my sister.
You? I'm not interested in men.
Despite not much contract or affection, Peacock and Eagle were still sisters, and Arya was heartbroken and about to save Aiden. Lila wanted to protect her master, so she tricked Peacock into sleep. And she pretended to be Peacock, looking for Demon Lord. Few people have met through Arya before. Moreover, Lila also has a very beautiful appearance, so Demon Lord has no doubt.
It's much more beautiful than the rumor. Beautiful, so beautiful. Show me your enchanting dance, quick!
However, this is not the real Peacock. She can't pretend the original dance.
Wrong! You're an imposter! Soldiers, get her!
Despite the perfect martial arts, Lila was subdued by the brutal power of the demon soldiers.
Let her go.
Due to the fact that too much poison were added into her body since she was a kid. Anesthetic couldn't beat Peacock Arya. After Lila left for a while, Arya quickly regained consciousness.
At least the imposter? Alright, as long as you change positions with her. Follow me back to the demon world to be my queen!
No, Princess! You can't do that!
Quiet, Lila. There's no place for you to speak. Fine, but before that, let me dedicate to my peacock dance. Don't you still want to see that?
Quick, you're such my future queen. You really know what I want.
The music sounded, and Demon Lord gradually immersed in the dance of Peacock. At that moment, Lila seized the opportunity, rushing to seize the life of the old devil who was passionately enjoying the beauty. Not so fast. How could a treacherous demon lord be brought down so easily? With just one waving of his hand, the demon lord flew Lila far away. Watching the beloved got hurt, Arya couldn't control her emotions anymore. Her eyes turned red. Her body emitted a reddish glow. When the lights disappeared, Arya appeared to be a more majestic man.
You... No way! Peacock is a man! How long you filthy gods have been lying to me! How dare you!
No more words. The fateful rivals plunged into struggle, which was about to destroy the whole thing. Demon Lord was gradually weakened, and one more hit was taken over by Peacock. What remains of a noble man holding supreme power is now but a cloud of black smoke that quickly vanishes to the unknown. Arya rushed to help Lila, the girl who had been with him in his darkest days. Arya, you did it. No, I should call you Aiden?
Quiet. Don't overdo it.
I seem tired already. Eagle escaped. He wanted to give up the throne that belonged to her brother.
Aiden? Nobody's better than you in this position.
Yeah, I am gonna be fine when it's under my true self. This day is finally come. Having no greedy for pride or fame, Peacock and Lila returned to the deep forest, living their peaceful, happy lives as before. Want to go home for dinner sometime?
Of course. We are family.
In the prosperous land of Anmabulet, there lived a gentle queen named Helen, known for her compassionate heart. That's why she was much loved and respected. However, hidden behind her cheerful appearance, Queen Helen was childless, which brought her sorrow all the time. King Adonis, her husband, loved her deeply, but he could do nothing more for her but pray to the gods. Unexpectedly, sometime later, Queen Helen became pregnant, which brought immense joy to the entire palace. After 9 months and 10 days, Queen Helen struggled to give birth to a little princess whom she named Midori. To everyone's surprise, the baby was born with pale green skin, causing chaos in the palace. The queen looked at her daughter in astonishment, unable to speak, but her own health was exhausted, and she sighed and passed away, leaving the entire kingdom in mourning and sorrow. From that moment on, King Adonis was hurtful and had less favorable feelings towards Princess Midori. 18 years later, Midori had grown into a beautiful, talented, and kind princess, much like her late mother. However, all the palace servants kept their distance from her because they thought she had been the reason why their benevolent queen was no longer in the world. Especially since she was a kid, Midori had possessed a magical power whose origin she hadn't known, nor why her father, the king of the land, forbade her from using it. With this power, she desired to help people and animals around her, but each time she did so, it always led to trouble. Once, while practicing archery, a sudden gust of wind caused her arrow to veer off course, heading towards a bird. She quickly used her magic to alter the arrow's trajectory, saving the bird from being harmed. As she embraced the bird, her father, the king, appeared. His face turned red with anger.
I strictly forbid you from using magic. Why are you so disobedient?
But father, if I didn't use magic, this bird would have died.
You don't understand anything! Your magic is the cause of all our misfortunes!
He ordered her to be locked in her room and forbade her from leaving. Midori felt sad and angry with her father.
Father is so unreasonable. If magic can help all living creatures, why would he prohibit me?
Staying locked in her room for too long, Midori couldn't bear the confinement. So when the king didn't pay attention, she decided to escape from the palace. While wandering, she witnessed a pack of ferocious wolves attacking a young sheep in a village. Without hesitation, she used her magic combined with her green skin to intimidate the wolf and protect the sheep. The wolves fled, and the lambs were safe. Midori felt satisfied with her action. But to her surprise, the villagers misunderstood her as a monster who was trying to eat their sheep.
Look! Everyone! The monster is harming our sheep!
They approached her with sticks to drive her away. Midori couldn't explain and only knew to run away quickly. She returned to the palace, butchered and bruised. The servants looked at her with fear and avoided her like the plague. Except for Maurice, her loyal attendant, who always stayed by her side, caring for and comforting her. The king, upon knowing Midori's use of magic and the ensuing events, punished her once again. She constantly clashed with the king due to his unreasonable rules. Midori always felt very sad and lonely.
Why does my father always prevent me from using magic? Doesn't he care about these innocent creatures?
Maurice could only comfort the princess, helping her ease the inner sorrow.
Princess, I believe the king must be hiding something. Or else, why would he forbid you from doing such good things?
Hearing Maurice, Midori couldn't help but doubt her father, the one she loved the most. One day, when the king was away, Maurice and Princess Midori discovered a secret room in the palace. Getting inside, they found glass containers holding tormented souls, screaming in hopeless despair.
It's a pity for those kind souls. Thus the king keep them here to use as ingredients for dark magic.
According to Maurice, when these tormented souls gathered during a lunar eclipse, the person who possessed them would gain boundless power. It seemed the king had been preventing Midori from using her magic to protect his own dark plans. In that room, Midori suddenly discovered a secret treasure chest.
That is the magical bead necklace containing the most powerful magic left behind by the benevolent Queen Helen for the princess. And only you are the true owner who can touch it. Princess, please release those unfortunate souls. It is perhaps the queen's wish for you to do so.
Witnessing the poor souls trapped in the glass containers, Midori couldn't help but feel sympathy. Driven by her compassionate heart, Princess Midori takes the bead necklace, and its power radiated from her. Miraculously, her magic spread throughout the room, lifting the glass containers that held those souls, floating them in the air. Surprisingly, the glass containers converged into one point and shattered completely. The liberated souls transformed into a radiant light and ascended into the sky. Princess Midori was overjoyed to have helped these souls, but suddenly Maurice smirked and smiled cunningly.
My naive and fool princess, you've helped me fulfill my wish.
It turned out that those souls were not kind-hearted beings, but magical demons created by Maurice and subjugated by the king. Years ago, Maurice led these dark spirits to attack Queen Helen with the goal of obtaining the magic bead necklace, believing it would make her the most powerful being in the world. The timely intervention of the king ruined her plan. But she cunningly sealed the dark force within Queen Helen. Then, she swiftly escaped. Little did anyone suspect that she had been hiding all this time, disguised as a servant, to approach the princess. She exploited the rift between the king and his daughter to accomplish her sinister objectives.
You cunning woman, deceiving me for your own ambition?
Maurice was really joyful with her successful ambition. She clapped her hands, summoning the dark spirits, who transformed into terrifying malevolent entities. The malevolent spirits gathered around Maurice, empowering her further. Maurice used her magic to wound Midori and took the valuable bead necklace from her. She was about to eliminate the princess when suddenly the king rushed to shield his daughter. The king was furious that his daughter had fallen into Maurice's trap, but he still loved and cared for his only child.
Maurice, it was her who used magic to curse Queen Helen while she was pregnant with you, causing your strange green skin, and I didn't want you to face the same fate as your mother. I can't believe all this time you've been right in front of me.
You've only realized it now, but it's already too late. I now possess the most powerful, malevolent souls within me, along with this magical bead necklace. What can you possibly do to me?
Do you even know what that magical bead necklace you're holding really is?
In an instant, the bead necklace in Maurice's hand transformed into water and dissipated. Princess Midori raised the genuine necklace and said,
When you revealed your true self, I had already swapped the precious necklace. Did you think I would let you get a hold of this valuable bead necklace?
Maurice angrily attacked the princess, but the king shielded his daughter in the nick of time. The king was injured and fell down amidst the chaos, protected by his daughter's actions. He had never said it before, but he always loved his daughter unconditionally.
I'm always proud of you, my dear.
Princess Midori, looking at her wounded father, felt regret for her past disagreements with him. She realized that she needed to be strong. Holding the bead necklace in her hand, Midori summoned the Radiant Souls, merging them into herself, and her power surged exponentially. Maurice was showing no fear of the princess, continued to mock and despise her as a weak girl. Before Maurice could finish her words, the light of righteousness from Princess Midori enveloped her, preventing any counterattack. Maurice was sealed within a glass container, without being able to escape forever. After dealing with her enemy, Princess Midori approached her wounded father. His sacrifice made Midori realize the need to be stronger. Princess Midori decided to leave the palace and continue her mother's path, traveling to help people all over the kingdom.
Those born with a red thread on their hands are often soulmates, understanding each other without the need for words. If one person lives, the other is sure to be reborn. Their lives are interconnected and supportive of each other. Anyone with intentions to sever this red thread will find it ineffective. Will the witch give up, or will she remain determined to obtain the red thread? Let's subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to find out more details. From a young age, twin sisters Sophia and Eliza had the red thread on their hands. However, they became orphans and were placed in an orphanage. Lacking the love of parents, the two sisters cherished and protected each other.
Let's play the guessing game together. Sure.
Sophia and Eliza had a special telepathic connection.
Guess what my favorite food is? Chicken drumsticks. Guess what my dream is? Dancer.
These dreams were not just Eliza's, they were Sophia's as well. Sophia and Eliza also had the ability to generate lightning when they looked into each other's eyes.
You must not use that power here ever again. It's likely to hurt people.
Eliza was timid and vulnerable, often bullied by her peers at the orphanage. Sophia immediately sensed this and was there to protect her. Sophia, strong and caring, acted as both a sister and a parent, compensating for their losses. Life was peaceful for them until two families came to adopt the sisters. Sophia was chosen by a wealthy family, while Eliza went to a poor and belated family.
Eliza! Eliza, take care of yourself. I will find you.
With limited time left, the sisters bid a tearful farewell to each other. Despite having a new family, Sophia remained determined to find her sister. You're still young. Go inside.
I have to find Eliza.
Days turned into months, and Sophia, now grown up, longed to reunite with her sister more than ever. Unbeknownst to Sophia, the wicked witch Hazel had long known about their unique ability. She secretly aimed to steal their red thread.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time. The longer they stay apart, the weaker their combined power becomes. Dear sister, wait for me.
First, Hazel went to Eliza's home because she was weaker and easier to defeat.
Thread belongs to me.
Eliza's adoptive parents rushed to save her, but Hazel injured them.
Let me go.
Hazel quickly seized the red thread and disappeared. When Eliza woke up, she realized her adoptive parents had passed away, and she became an orphan once again.
Mom, Dad. Now I only need to obtain Sophia's red thread, and I can revive my twin sister. Come, Sophia, hurry up!
Hazel waited and waited, but didn't see Sophia.
She hasn't arrived yet. Such useless thread.
On Sophia's end, she suddenly lost her connection with her sister. Previously, they could easily feel each other's presence. Sophia continued her work while trying to gather information about her sister. Sophia had a passion for dance and often left home to participate in artistic events at the castle. Her parents were extremely worried about her. Eliza, on the other hand, became more introverted and self-conscious after losing the red thread.
How can I let Sophia know where I live?
With no other choice, Eliza returned to the orphanage in the hope of reuniting with her sister. Sophia, anxious because she hadn't heard from Eliza, decided to search for her. Sophia wondered, not knowing her destination. She was startled to find the familiar orphanage.
How did I end up here?
But when Sophia saw Eliza, she understood. The hearts of two sisters were always drawn to each other, never to be separated.
Finally, I found you, Eliza! Hazel took my red thread and harmed my adoptive parents. Now without the red thread, I'm so helpless. Let's switch roles. I will help you find your red thread. Huh? You stay at home and take care of our parents, and I will return to your home. After that, we will be reunited.
Eliza returned to her sister's home in a patchwork dress.
Sophia, where have you been all these days? We were so worried.
Eliza was moved by the attention she received from the adoptive parents. She received many beautiful dresses and enjoyed delicious food. Eliza also takes over for Sophia in caring for her parents, making them extremely proud. Sophia, on the other hand, thought about how to find the location of Hazel's lair.
The red thread is a deception!
Sophia realized that Hazel couldn't recognize her, as she was pretending to be her twin sister.
Please spare me, and I will lure my sister here and hand over the red thread to you if you agree to return it to me. I can't trust your word so easily. You must prove it to me. How can I prove it? Take good care of my twin sister over there.
Sophia was taken aback when she realized that Hazel's twin sister was just a lifeless body. If it were Eliza, she would have been scared and fled. Sophia, on the other hand, played around with the corpse, much to Hazel's surprise. As Sophia pretended to care for the lifeless body, she discreetly searched for the location of the red thread.
Well done, Eliza. Now you'll go through an initiation test to prove your loyalty to me.
Sophia understood that agreeing to this test would allow Hazel to control her.
I'd like a day off before becoming your servant. Very well. See you tomorrow.
Sophia immediately explored every nook and cranny to find the red thread as quickly as possible. Sophia was shocked when she discovered the red thread lying beneath a coffin. The red thread glowed as if it had just found its counterpart.
So my suspicions were correct. You are Sophia, not Eliza.
In the meantime, Eliza was invited by the owner of a dance club, where Sophia often performed, to participate in an important event. Although Eliza loved to dance, she also had to take care of her parents, and she wasn't Sophia, so she couldn't dance like her.
Go ahead.
Eliza stood on stage for the first time. The audience cheered loudly.
This was also my childhood dream. I will make my sister proud.
Eliza began to dance beautifully, no less than Sophia. The audience applauded enthusiastically. At the end of the performance, many people gave her flowers, and Eliza felt happy and more confident in her abilities. Eliza was sure that Sophia was in danger. She left everything behind and ran off. Eliza ran back home but couldn't find Sophia. She found clues that her sister had left, and she followed them to Hazel's hideout. As night fell, Eliza gently sneaked into the witch's house. Hazel was overjoyed because she had finally captured both sisters. Hazel transformed both sisters back to their original forms.
Did you think you could deceive me with just a hairstyle? How foolish!
Now with 2 red threads in my possession, my twin sister would soon be revived.
Hazel began chanting a spell. Hazel's twin sister, who was also her victim, began to move and opened her eyes.
Oh, my dear sister!
Suddenly, the lifeless body transformed into a zombie. The red thread had the power to only resurrect its owner.
No!
Zombies continued to attack Sophia and Eliza. They reached a dead end, but the sisters looked at each other with understanding. Using their telepathic ability, they easily defeated the zombies.
Thank you for always sacrificing for me and helping me gain confidence. Thank you for taking care of our parents in my absence. Now let's go home.
Sophia introduced Eliza to her parents, and they lived together happily as a true family. In the realm of myths, the moon was always believed to wield an immensely profound influence over the vast ocean. Each night, the moon deities would cast their shimmering light upon the surface of the sea. At the same time, the sea nymphs, the ethereal spirits of the deep, would harness the warmth of that light to harness its power and create powerful tidal waves. Serena, herself a sea nymph, was entrusted with the responsibility of overseeing the ocean's domain and its underwater inhabitants.
Why can't I command the tidal waves like you?
Sometimes the young girl felt powerless in protecting the ocean's creatures from the intrusions of humans.
You shall gain the power to control tidal waves once you discover the cherished moonlight of your life. just as the bond between the moon deity and me.
However, Serena's mother passed away prematurely, leaving her daughter in solitude. Serena, the young nymph, assumed her mother's role, perpetually awaiting the arrival of her cherished moonlight. And finally, that long-awaited day arrived.
Greetings, great sea nymph. A moon guardian. Huh? Indeed, I am destined to become a moon guardian once my mother's reign concludes, and so she sent me here to befriend you. Come on, take me for a spin. I'm not much of a swimmer, you know.
However, Serena found herself overwhelmed by Pandora's excessive friendliness.
Why is my soulmate so naive? I don't really like it.
But Pandora persisted undeterred. Every day she went down to the sea to play with Serena. She even assisted Serena in rescuing mermaids from the clutches of a marauding pirate ship. Gradually, Serena's heart thawed as she sensed warmth, kindness, and purity radiating from Pandora. Embracing this newfound friendship, Serena's strength grew. Together, they embarked on a radiant childhood. This profound connection elevated Serena into the mightiest of sea nymphs, her water-controlling magic even surpassing that of her mother.
My strength emanates from this moon scepter. Hey, care to join me on a jaunt to the moon?
In unison, they channeled their power, conjuring a colossal ice staircase that led directly to the moon.
This marks my inaugural journey to the moon.
This is my dear sister Luna.
The trio reveled in the resplendent moonlight city. Yet, this was also when Serena discovered the arranged engagement between Pandora and the Sun Prince Jason. The union of the moon deity and the Sun Prince was an obligatory tradition handed down through generations. Though unfair, Pandora couldn't ascend to the throne without marrying the Sun Prince. That was the rule.
My days are about to get busier.
She was obligated to collaborate closely with Jason to maintain the harmony of day and night on Earth.
And perhaps we'll only meet during full moon. Huh?
Is that so?
Understanding that nothing lasts forever and all children must grow up, but Serena was still reluctant to bid farewell to the beautiful moments she shared with Pandora.
Accept this token. As long as you keep me in your thoughts, the necklace will forever glow.
Serena reciprocated by gifting Pandora a necklace, accompanied by a similar promise.
Huh?
Pandora, I've been searching for you everywhere. Oh, who's this?
Serena, my dearest friend.
Given the impending wedding preparations, Jason invited Serena back. Serena, restive, feared the end of enchanting times. Her fears were realized. Jason was a bad person with his overbearing nature. Since his arrival, the encounters between Pandora and Serena became infrequent. Whenever they met, he was always tagging along. Worse still, he intentionally dropped playful flirtatious words to Serena whenever he was near. And there was a strange aspect to this. He was oddly fixated on Pandora's moon scepter. Serena had warned about Jason's dubious actions on several occasions, but Pandora consistently dismissed her.
No matter how Jason is, I'll still marry him. How could you understand the expectations my family had placed on this wedding? Blind love had clouded your judgment.
During the wedding, Serena secretly arranged to have a conversation with Jason.
If you hurt my friend, I won't spare you.
Is that so? Unexpectedly, Jason seized Serena and kissed her.
Are you out of your mind?
However, it was too late. Pandora had witnessed everything.
Traitor! Leave! I never want to see you again!
Despite Serena's explanations, Pandora refused to listen. Turned out, this was Jason's scheme to drive a wedge between the two friends. Upon returning to the sea, Serena could no longer feel the tether between her and Pandora. And without that connection, the ocean's ethereal spirit would lose her might in the frigid loneliness. She envisioned a future where they might never cross paths again. She strove to rise, but creating a tidal wave was beyond her reach. As a result, she became encased in ice.
I'll miss you forever.
As for Pandora, after the wedding ceremony, Jason began to change his attitude. From this moment forth, the moon scepter is mine! Jason desired absolute control over both day and night in the mortal realm. He aimed to eradicate the Moon Kingdom, so that nothing could illuminate the human world during the night, and the sun would seize dominion over everything.
Was everything a trap? How dreadful!
Regret overwhelmed Pandora. Her ambition to become queen had led her to marry someone as vile as Jason. Her intention had been to gain authority and gradually reform the antiquated marriage tradition between the moon and the sun. It's over. I've ensnared your fellow deities. No one can aid you now.
What is this?
Terrified that Serena might have faced misfortune, Pandora temporarily subdued Jason and plunged into the sea.
No, Serena! It's all my fault!
Their profound connection melted Serena's icy heart. The frost covering her form gradually dissipated, revealing her original splendid sea nymph appearance. Misunderstandings were vanquished. You bring naught but trouble. I shall crush you and forever hold Pandora captive. Forever!
I shan't allow you to do whatever you want. No! Be careful, Serena!
Pandora summoned an extraordinary surge of power, releasing it to vanquish Jason permanently. However, he took her away with him, leaving Serena in profound sorrow. Following the events, the Sun Kingdom appointed Jason's elder sister to rule. In an effort to redeem herself, she abolished the traditional custom of seeking marriage between the moon and the sun. Luna, Pandora's younger sister, stepped up temporarily to take her place. Every night, Luna would cast down moonlight to grant Serena absorbed strength. Yet, that radiance couldn't match Pandora's warmth. Serena's necklace continued to emit light ceaselessly, as she attempted time and again to search for her friend. However, her friend had now become completely distant, leaving behind no trace. Still, Serena persisted. With the necklace's glowing drawing, she would forever await Pandora. Time flowed on, passing more than a century. Then, one day, the necklace suddenly went out, leaving Serena utterly disappointed. Just as she was about to give up, a miracle happened. Pandora was there. She had truly returned. Serena whispered to herself that everyone only has one kindred spirit, and once found, they would hold on to that person.
Oh, this statue, it's too scary, Arlen. It's really ugly.
That is the beauty of sculptural art, Cynthia. Whether it's an object or a person, each has its own beauty. Do you all think the same? If so, remember to follow the WOA Fairy Tales channel.
What are you saying, Arlen? I'll go outside to rest for a while. Call me when you finish.
The young man Arlen aspired to become a great sculptor, continuing his journey to learn everything about sculpture. After a while of concentration, he noticed the mysterious girl next to him was also carefully observing the Medusa statue. Arlen continued to participate in the exhibition until it closed, but he still saw the mysterious girl in front of the Medusa statue. Hello, let's go. It's time to leave. It's about to close. At that moment, the mysterious girl turned around to reveal a beautiful face with snake scales on it, exactly like the Medusa statue next to her. Arlen was startled, but before he could come down, the girl had left. Since that day, Arlen was constantly hunted and desired to meet that mysterious girl again. He continuously visited the exhibition until the last day, but still did not meet the girl.
Margaret, you came to pick up the statue?
Arlen heard the name Margaret and remembered that she was the owner of the Medusa head statue. He turned back to see the familiar cloak passing by. Margaret! Arlen joyfully chased after Margaret, who turned around just as a strong wind blew, making her cloak fall off and her hair flutter in the wind. Once again, Arlen was shocked by the resemblance between Margaret and the Medusa statue she held in her hands. Faced with Margaret's beauty, Arlen fell into a deep and passionate love for her and quickly moved forward to help Margaret. Margaret was a bit surprised. However, with Arlen's enthusiasm, she said nothing and silently walked ahead, guiding him. As the two walked, they were blocked by a group of men.
Margaret, don't even think about running away.
Arlen, not understanding what was happening, saw the men rushing towards Margaret. So, he rushed forward to protect her and was beaten unconscious. When Arlen woke up, he found himself in a strange room full of statues, and Margaret was right beside him. The room contained paintings of both of them intimately, making Arlen even more astonished. What's happening? Margaret, did we just get surrounded by those men after the exhibition, right?
Arlen, that happened a long time ago. Did you just wake up from a dream?
Once Arlen calmed down, he remembered the past, and they had escaped the gang after the exhibition, continuing to develop their beautiful relationship. Although Margaret was a stunning beauty to Arlen, people kept away from her because of the snake scales, making her look different. So, Margaret lived a secluded life, avoiding contact with others. Up until that moment, she had lived alone and self-sufficiently with the money she earned from the sculptures her mother left. The sculptures left by Margaret's mother were incredibly sharp, making Arlen eager to study the models and providing a reason to visit the beautiful Margaret. Therefore, Arlen often went to Margaret's house to practice diligently, quickly progressing in each line, creating many lovely artworks. He even had a piece display that many people admired. The reputation of the young and talented sculptor Arlen became more widely known. In those moments, Margaret could only silently support Arlen. Arlen wanted her to be comfortable like a normal person, so he decided to seek out his witch friend Cynthia. Cynthia, please help the one I love. Her face has these snake scales. Do you have any way to make them disappear? Cynthia had secretly liked Arlen for a long time, so she felt annoyed and jealous when she found out he had a girlfriend.
Fine, Arlen, but be careful. I heard that the descendants of Medusa are hiding after Medusa's head was chopped off. Who knows? Margaret might be the descendant of Medusa.
Huh? Don't talk nonsense. Call me when you finish making the potion. Cynthia quickly prepared the potion and gave it to Arlen. Overjoyed, he quickly returned to find Margaret everywhere, but couldn't find her. At that moment, Arlen heard a loud scream outside and rushed to see. Arlen quickly ran out and saw that Cynthia had followed him and discovered a secret underground chamber. Both went down and saw many statues of terrified people. What shocked Arlen was that the men who had attacked him and Margaret the day before were also there.
These statues are too realistic, like people were turned into stone.
What are you two doing?
Huh?
It's you! You are the descendant of Medusa!
Faced with Cynthia's proclamation, Arlen expected that Margaret would object, but she stood there as if she had just been discovered with a horrible secret. It turned out that Margaret was indeed the daughter with the bloodline of Medusa. The statues below were the victims she had turned to stone. The revealed truth made Arlen angry, feeling deceived, so he left. Margaret tried to stop him, but because she couldn't control her emotions, a part of Arlen's hand turned to stone. Cynthia cunningly quickly threw a poisonous concoction she had prepared onto Margaret, turning her hair into terrifying stone snakes. This monstrous form of Margaret horrified Arlen, causing him to run away and leave his beloved one desperate in the dark chamber. Margaret, rejected by her loved one and becoming ugly, no longer cared about everything around her. But Cynthia did not let her alone. She spread the news everywhere that Margaret was the descendant of Medusa, causing the villagers to be frightened and worried, attacking Margaret's residence every day. Arlen, witnessing the angry crowd, still felt pity for his beloved, so he stood up to stop everyone. But beyond expectations, the villagers attacked Arlen as well.
Arlen is protecting Medusa's daughter. His artworks are undoubtedly created by that descendant who turned him into stone.
Seeing Arlen being tortured, Margaret also felt heartbroken and ran out, using her terrifying appearance to threaten the villagers.
Monster! You made Arlen unable to sculpt, and now you've caused trouble for him. Everyone, don't be afraid. She can only turn others into stone by touching them.
Hearing this, the villagers continued to attack Margaret, not giving her a way to retreat. But once again, Arlen appeared to protect her, pushing back and preventing people from approaching her. Alone, Arlen couldn't stop the angry crowd, making him unable to resist any longer. The pain of Arlen reached its peak, escalating Margaret's anger. She controlled the stone snakes to pull people away from Arlen. Only when Arlen was rescued did Margaret realize that she had caused a great tragedy. Everyone she touched had turned into stone.
Margaret, your sins are too serious. Now, to save everyone, sacrifice yourself so I can use your blood to create a potion to rescue everyone, including Arlen.
In desperation, Margaret chose this method, hoping to save Arlen.
Goodbye, Arlen. I hope you recover quickly.
The moment Margaret bid farewell to Arlen witnessed everything. However, Margaret did not pass away. She lay motionless, seeing Cynthia stand up and laugh maliciously. As it turned out, she didn't need to sacrifice her life. The venom from the snakes on her head was enough. Taking advantage of Cynthia's neglect, Margaret, in anger, tried to grab her and with her last strength, turned her into a stone statue. Arlen quickly caught Margaret, receiving the vial of venom that Cynthia had just taken.
Arlen, use my venom to save everyone. Thank you for everything.
Margaret, please wake up! After that, Arlen sought out Cynthia's master to have him prepare an antidote for the curse. All the statues returned to normal, except for Cynthia, who was punished by her master for her wickedness. The story of Margaret's sacrifice spread, dispelling the rumors about her and Arlen. Then, Arlen could live a normal life again, but it felt emptier without Margaret. What would you do when you were able to live in the Magic Land? Magic Land was where people all had the ability of using magic since they had been born. They used those magics to serve their own life. That day, Magic Land welcomed a new member. They called her Glenda. Since she was born, Glenda had owned a great magic power. When Glenda was 15, with her power, she left her peers all behind. Her power could even compare to the elders in the village. So that, the elders always worried that their position would be taken away by Glenda's power. By sweet words, they always advised her to control her power for not making people around her injured. Glenda believed that, so she tried her best to control it, prevent it from exploding, but her magic power would never decrease. They couldn't stay there and wait her to develop more. The elders came up with another plan. They performed some rituals to seal a part of her magic power. Although she didn't want it to happen, she still did it because she thought about the safety of the people she loved. When the ritual was about to be performed, Glenda's mother suddenly came and interrupted it.
Stop it! You're not allowed to harm my daughter!
We just seal a part of Glenda's power. We won't harm her. This is a necessary thing for all of the people in Magic Land.
Mom, it's okay. I voluntarily do that.
No, they're fooling us! A friend of mine who works for them heard that they want to take all of your power, even your life away.
Being afraid that everything would be ruined, the chief of the village used his power to attack Glenda's mother.
No! Mom!
Perform the ritual, now!
The elders immediately recited the mantra to control Glenda's powers. However, it's not enough to weaken her magic power. It seemed that the rage inside had made her power explode. The elders were all knocked out far away.
Mom, are you alright? I'm alright.
Afraid of being destroyed by Glenda, they had to bow down to beg her.
I'm begging you, please, think about everyone and stop it. We will let you use your magic. I know a person who can help you become stronger, provided that you promise me you will never use magic here.
After waiting for her mother to recover, Glenda decided to leave the village and look for the one that he had mentioned. Because she knew that, if she had stayed there, everyone would also be scared of her, and she was worried that she would carelessly hurt someone. That talented man lived alone on the top of the highest mountain in the region. Glenda gave him the introduction letter of the chief of the village, and he allowed her to stay there. During the time staying there, the master gave her the strange lessons to practice. She had to keep a small leaf balanced on her head. Run on the high piles. Throw the magic balls into the center of the woods without breaking it. Or the light practice, instead of the strong practice with magic. Although she didn't get the meaning of those things, she patiently followed what he had instructed. Until one day, she realized that her power didn't get better. It was even weaker than before. She was up all night tossing and turning, couldn't hold her curiosity back. She came to ask her master.
Now I am able to control her power. And I can also place some seals to prevent the power from exploding. The time ahead, I don't need to worry about that anymore.
You connected with them to trick me?
Glenda, it's not what you think.
I'm leaving here!
If you dare to do that, I will take all of your power away.
You're all unreasonable!
When she was about to use her magic to attack her master, she realized that her body had no strength. Glenda saw herself being detained in a room when she woke up.
Glenda, calm down and listen to me.
I won't listen anything! I believed you, but you are not different from those guys. All of you just want to take my power away!
Every day, the master always patiently advised her, but she didn't listen to anything. In those days, she just tried her best to break all of the magic seals. In the end, with her intelligence and outstanding magic talents, she was able to break all the seals and got her magic back. And finally, she could break the door to get out of there. Hearing the noise, the master immediately went there to prevent. But her power was so strong that the master was also blown away and got his body injured.
I will take the revenge. I will teach those selfish guys a lesson so they won't be able to disturb me anymore.
In the silent night at the village, a loud noise woke everybody up. Everyone was all surprised when seeing Glenda. Feeling that she was there with no goodwill, they immediately attacked her. However, Glenda easily overpowered the elders. One after one was defeated by Glenda's power.
I always listened to you, put up with you, but all of you just want to put me into the corner. Today, I won't forgive you anymore!
Suddenly, she felt hurtful. The power that she had summoned was overloaded. Her body couldn't resist it anymore. Seeing that, the elders took the chance to eliminate Glenda. Luckily, the master appeared on time to prevent it.
Glenda, you have to be the one who controls your power. Don't let it manipulate you. Remember the lessons that I taught you.
Listening to him, Glenda naturalizes her power as what he had taught her before. Thanks to that, her power was stable again.
Why did you help me? Wasn't that you connect with those guys to harm me?
It's true that they sent you to me to control your power, but I didn't do that. No one had the right to take your power away.
You did that thing! You made my power not grow anymore?
Because I saw that if your power was too strong, you would hurt yourself. To unleash your power as you want, you should learn how to control it, then practice more to become stronger.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood you for the whole time. I even hurt you.
I'm alright, as long as you don't hurt yourself.
Can I come back to learn more from you?
Glenda, now I have nothing more to teach you. However, there is so many new things about magic out there in this world that I haven't even known. You're a genius. Don't let your talent be buried here.
But what should I do when I get no one beside to instruct me?
You are a kind and brave girl. I believe that you will know what you should do.
Yes, my master.
Glenda said goodbye to everyone and set out. She rode the wind to wander everywhere to find the freedom, the new challenges for her life, and to help all the people in difficulties.
I am a monster, and during every full moon, a dreadful event will occur to me. I transform into a human. Yes, you heard it right. You didn't mishear.
Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to follow the story. From ancient times, humans have been the eternal enemies of monsters. Ancestors of humans hunted monsters to obtain precious items. Believing that these items could cure all illnesses and grant them extraordinary powers. In the eyes of monsters, humans are a deceitful and wretched species. After centuries of battle, monsters were defeated by the unity of humans. In the end, they had to hide and vanish, with no one seeing a monster anymore. Arya is a half-breed, her father being an octopus monster and her mother a human. When she was born, her mother passed away due to an illness, and she grew up with her father. However, as a half-breed, she would transform into a human during every full moon, and had to live in seclusion. This makes her very self-conscious and despise the human part of herself. Although no one knew she was a half-breed, Arya was ostracized by the Kraken clan due to her unusual appearance. She had no friends and lived in solitude. When she turned 18, according to the common rule, all monsters were required to attend Elemental Monster High. You'll start school tomorrow. Try to make friends with other monsters and never reveal your half-breed identity, alright?
Yes, Father.
Are you ready, my dear?
Oh dear, do I have to go to school like this?
Yes, it's the first day. It has to be grand. Accidentally, Arya bumped into the most famous trio of the school, Celine, Zara, and Layla. Celine, known for her delicate personality and aversion to dirt, became extremely annoyed.
You little brat! Are you making fun of me? I'm sorry. Since you only have one eye, try to open it wider and look. Stop it, Celine. She already apologized. Go!
After a few days of getting acquainted with the school, Arya understood the mission of Elemental Monster High, which was to teach monsters how to use their powers to protect themselves from humans. She reminded herself to give her best effort.
Today is the day for testing your abilities. Show your strength to be classified. To utilize your powers effectively, you must focus and have absolute confidence in your own abilities.
Well, what did you expect? It's a piece of cake.
Watch this! The power of a sandstorm! Don't think you can easily attack me. The power of blood, activate!
Excellent.
Then it was Arya's turn, but she clumsily attempted to use an offensive spell. Due to her lack of confidence in her abilities, the water spell from Arya was easily evaded by the snake monster.
Ah! Help me, Master!
That's too bad.
Ah, be careful! You might turn into stone! No, Master!
Well, what a mess. Listen up. Celine, Layla, Zara are in the S class, while Arya, you've exceeded my tolerance. F class.
Celine was surprised by Arya, a seemingly weak and clumsy person who turned out to be incredibly kind.
Huh? It seems you still haven't gotten used to using your powers, huh? Yes, I'm still very weak. Take your time to improve. I'm hosting a party tonight. Will you come?
The party took place in the lavish castle of the vampire clan. But when they arrived, everyone saw Arya, a low-ranked monster with an ugly appearance, and they mocked her, not approaching her for conversation. Arya bowed her head, feeling sad and insecure about her own self. All eyes were on the trio of monster girls, and Celine stood out the most.
Why am I so ugly? I will never be like them, right?
Arya ran away from the party, consumed by her own self-pity.
Ah! It hurts so much! What kind of dark magic is this?
On her forehead was the symbol of an octopus, catching Arya's attention, reminding her of her Kraken lineage. Suddenly, Celine, Layla and Zara entered. It was then that Celine revealed her dark plan of revenge. Celine had used dark magic from the vampire clan's ancient spellbook to summon this demon.
Oh my, that's so creepy, Celine. Are you insane? You've become a demon and you're afraid of demons! The power of this demon will turn humans into monsters. From now on, we won't have to hide. We'll dominate the world. But for now, I don't know how to awaken it. Let's keep it here for the time being. But why do we have to do this? I saw with my own eyes how humans hunted and harmed my mother. That's why I vowed to eradicate humans from this world and avenge my mother. Join us! That monster must be connected to your Kraken lineage!
Arya, always despising the human part within her, wanted to erase humans from the world. Thus, she agreed. Since joining the group, Arya gradually lost herself. Arya tried to keep up with them. Even though she found the monster food at the school revolting, Arya forced herself to eat it, pretending it was delicious. Arya even started collecting artifacts to resemble Layla. She slept for 12 hours a day like Zara. And she changed her appearance and acted cleanly like Celine. The friendship between them gradually became closer through joyful experiences. This was the first time Arya felt accepted. In addition, Arya often stayed in the library trying to awaken the demon from the underworld. Arya discovered that the only way was through a legendary sea stone of the Kraken clan. Several hundred years ago, the stone was created by sorcerers and was being transported to the royal family when it accidentally fell into the sea. Since then, the Kraken clan possessed it. This stone can only be activated on the full moon. Arya left the school and secretly dived into the deep sea to bring the sea stone back.
Please use this stone to awaken the demon on the full moon, but I can't participate. I'm injured. Oh, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. You guys go for it. How can I do it if I'm cursed as a human during the full moon? But it's all right. Just one more day.
On the night of the full moon, Arya indeed transformed into a human. With no other choice, she had to escape in embarrassment.
How awful! I hate myself. Ouch!
Are you alright?
I'm fine, just stay away.
He thought she was a visitor and took her around the village. Upon arriving in the village, they saw people throwing tomatoes at each other. Seeing her curiosity, he explained that it was the tomato throwing festival, a special ritual where the locals pray for a fruitful harvest in the new year. Arya acted disgusted, but under the enthusiasm of everyone, she quickly assimilated and joined them. She also visited a museum and learned that monster hunting had long been banned. The hunters had received fitting punishments. Celine's plan was a mistake. Humans had changed. They didn't deserve to be destroyed. But it was too late. The other three girls had awakened the demon. It attacked the village and turned all the villagers into hideous creatures. Arya returned to school in horror.
Success! Now the human world will face destruction. No! Celine! The demon has returned!
It's out of control! Be careful, it might attack!
This is so frustrating!
But it was too powerful for the three of them. They started feeling remorse for what they had caused. The demon will destroy everything.
Everyone, stay calm! We will fight against it together! Arya? It's you? What is happening? Yes, I am a hybrid between human and monster. You can blame me or mock me, it doesn't matter. Now nothing else matters. I just want to save everyone.
The three monster girls were shocked to learn that their longtime friend turned out to be a hybrid. But before they could question her, they had to keep the demon occupied.
Seriously, you've exhausted me, Arya!
Because the sea stone belonged to humans, only those with human traits could pull it out of the demon.
Let's go, everyone!
As soon as the stone was pulled out, the demon disappeared, and all the cursed beings turned back into humans. The chaos was resolved. Arya stepped forward and explained everything. How humans had imposed a ban on monster hunting long ago.
Arya, ever since I met you, everything has been chaotic. But you have given me true friendship. That's right, we understand now. From now on, humans and monsters will live in peace.
Since then, Arya no longer felt insecure about her human side. She lived freely and true to herself, ready to do what she loved. Monsters and humans formed a peace treaty. Elemental Monster High also changed its rules and welcomed hybrid students.
Now leave your thoughts and comments below.
World filled with animosity, the four tribes of light, darkness, fire and water have been waging war against each other for centuries. No one knew exactly when, but demons in the form of lightning bolts began to appear in the lands of the four unicorn tribes, with the four legendary weapons Flamebrand, Aqua Trident, Shadow Blade, and Luminous Bow. The unicorn tribes created a barrier to prevent the invasion of the demons. Despite the conflict among the four tribes, the Unicorn Princess Eclipse, Solar, Blaze, and Marina remained close friends since childhood. They often secretly met in a lush green valley, a place untouched by war, filled with the laughter of children and pure friendship. But one day, Eclipse's mother discovered this unworthy friendship and forbade her from seeing her friends again. When Eclipse turned 18, her mother revealed a shocking prophecy.
Eclipse, I need to discuss a matter of great importance with you. What is it? Shadowblade told me that the only way to rule the unicorn world is by combining the four legendary weapons into the elemental Nexus Blade. It is a sword so powerful that it can even banish demons and bestow immense strength upon its wielder. So you mean we need to acquire those legendary weapons? Yes, all your training and efforts have led to this moment. Bring pride to the Darkness Tribe.
Driven by her loyalty to the Darkness Tribe and the bonds of their past friendship, Eclipse decided to heed her mother's words. She was determined to obtain the weapons and become the most powerful being.
Oh, Eclipse, what are you doing here? I miss you so much. I miss you too, but listen, there's an urgent matter.
Sola's smile vanished upon hearing Eclipse's intention to acquire the weapons.
What nonsense! Your mother's prophecy might not be true. Besides, we have already the barrier formed by the 4 legendary weapons. There's nothing to fear.
But it seemed that Lola underestimated the danger of the demons.
Believe me. How audacious! You're just trying to cause trouble, aren't you?
In her anger, Sola chased after Eclipse vigorously. The power struggle between light and darkness remained evenly matched. Eclipse knew she wasn't capable of persuading Sola at that moment.
Look closely! The barrier can be destroyed at any time! I don't believe it, you traitor! Ah!
Eclipse found herself washed up in the land of the water unicorns. Luckily, Marina, the water unicorn princess, came to her rescue. Marina brought Eclipse back for treatment. She had been unconscious for 2 weeks, experiencing terrifying nightmares.
Marina? Take it easy, you're still very weak.
Water unicorns were known for their healing abilities and gentle nature. Hence, Marina couldn't bear to see her friend perish in the river that day.
It's not good. We don't have much time left.
As predicted by Eclipse, the barrier in the land of the water unicorns was weakening, and even a hole had been broken.
Give me a hand! As you can see, the demons are growing stronger, and the barrier is getting weaker. Then what should we do now? I'm on my way to acquire the weapons to combine them into the elemental Nexus Blade. With it, we can cleanse the world from the forces of darkness. Would you like to join me on this quest?
Trusting Eclipse's words, Marina agreed to join her. In this way, Eclipse successfully acquired the first weapon, the Aqua Trident. Together, they embarked on an adventure to the land of the fire unicorns.
Why are there so many monsters here? Blaze is very cautious when it comes to protecting our territory.
In a moment of danger, Marina and Eclipse combined their water and shadow energies, creating a powerful magic star.
You two, stay right there.
You have some nerve. How dare you come here to steal my weapon? Are you so smart but still fail to see the problem? Look beyond your own barrier. Enough talk. Solif already told me everything. Watch this! Yeah! No! Blaze, calm down! That won't achieve anything. The demons grow stronger, and they will invade the land of fire at any moment. Who said your magic is feeble? I dare the demons to breach the fire tribe's barrier.
Unfortunately, the demons had indeed destroyed the barrier of the fire tribe, bringing great peril to their land.
Release us now! Whatever you're up to, I know how to deal with you.
Eclipse quickly unleashed her dark energy, covering the sky, temporarily blocking the demon's sight.
Now you see that? Will you join us in persuading Sola? I guess there's no other choice.
As expected by Eclipse, the flame-brand weapon was acquired. The three princesses returned to the land of the light unicorns. As soon as they arrived, a rain of light arrows suddenly fell upon them.
Eclipse, what trouble are you causing now? Sola, Eclipse is doing the right thing. My water barrier was almost shattered. That's right. The barrier of the fire tribe has also been destroyed. Trust me, together we will protect the unicorn world. Fine. It's true that the demons are strong, but You're just like us. The most important thing is to still bring peace to our tribes. I believe a true princess will know what the right decision is. All right then. Look, it is the elemental nexus blade. We did it! The demons have been expelled. Yes, the demons are banished, and from now on, this sword belongs to the Darkness Tribe. Eclipse, how dare you! I knew we shouldn't have trusted this little traitor. Give it back! Return the weapons to me! No! From now on, the Darkness Tribe will be the new truth! Oh! It's shattered!
Eclipse was overwhelmed as the demon rose stronger than ever before, swiftly attacking the Castle of Light, crushing all hope and faith. Eclipse, holding the largest fragment of the sword, remained unaffected by the lightning bolts.
Blaze! Marina! Are you satisfied now? The world will be engulfed in darkness as you wished. No! Sola!
Eclipse then walked into the darkness, feeling lost and helpless. The light had vanished from her life, replaced by soulless creatures devoid of consciousness. For the first time in her life, she felt profound loneliness. She could no longer speak with others or laugh with anyone. The joyful memories of her childhood flooded her mind once again. The four of them, simply being together like innocent children, represented her happiest moments in life. In the depths of despair, a flicker of hope ignited within Eclipse's heart. She realized that the desire for domination was a mistake. Life couldn't be complete without love and compassion.
This is the source of the demons.
Give up! You've already lost!
Who are you exactly? Why do you seek to bring calamity?
I was born from the animosity between the four unicorn tribes. I've been accumulating power, growing stronger day by day. I want to plunge the world back into a void of despair, where there is no pain, no war, and everything returns to nothingness.
Silence! I won't let you wreak havoc any longer!
Eclipse made a final desperate move. Even if it meant sacrificing herself, she was determined to bring life back to the unicorn world. The demons were permanently defeated, but Eclipse disappeared, leaving only the fallen sword behind.
I can't remember the last time I saw such a beautiful rainbow.
Eclipse was nowhere to be found, and everyone believed she had sacrificed herself to vanquish the demons.
Eclipse, where are you? It's all because of me that my daughter... I'm truly sorry, everyone.
At that moment, Solar heard her friend's cries coming from the fallen sword. It turned out that Eclipse's soul was trapped within it. United in forgiveness for Eclipse, they poured their energy into the shattered pieces of the sword. With the power of the 4 elements, the sword was restored, and Eclipse's soul was set free.
I was truly wrong. I'm sorry, everyone. I will do everything to make amends.
From then on, the unicorn tribes no longer competed but lived happily together. They took turns guarding the legendary sword at a sacred shrine. They understood that only by accepting and supporting each other, every person had unforgettable encounters that they could never forget throughout their lives. For the ice spirit Snowvera, that was the first time she laid eyes on Maya. The child had rescued her. Only those with pure and kind souls could see the ice spirits. From then on, they formed a special bond. Follow WOA Fairy Tale to keep track of their story. Many years later, in the cold winter, Snowvera carried out her duty, bringing the white snow wherever she went. In no time, the whole village was covered in snow, and the air became even quieter. The deity of the 4 seasons, Harmonia, entrusted her with the task of protecting and caring for this village during winter. While resting, Snowvera coincidentally encountered her old friend. She sensed that Maya was seriously ill, with her life force dwindling.
Come here. You still recognize me?
How could I forget you?
Maya had encountered an unexpected accident that left her paralyzed from the waist down. She couldn't leave her home, and both her body and mind suffered.
Perhaps when the last snowflake falls, it will be my time to depart.
However, the girl remained optimistic, still unable to achieve her dream of becoming a skilled dancer. Moreover, she had a list of wild wishes she wanted to fulfill before passing away.
Even though these are far-fetched dreams, I allow myself to dream.
Snowvera was touched. Out of gratitude for their old bond, she promised to help Maya fulfill all her dreams this winter. With this new body, Snowvera will embark on one last adventure with Maya. In her first wish, Maya wished to be able to run and jump freely.
This is so much fun!
After playing around, Snowvera rested before a lonely cherry blossom tree in the middle of an icy valley.
You know, I love butterflies because they represent freedom and happiness.
But unfortunately, time will not allow Maya to witness this butterfly's image breaking free from its cocoon and fluttering into the blue sky.
Don't worry, Maya. I can create a butterfly for you.
Maya also wanted to experience what it felt like to live in a castle and be treated like a princess. In this way, with Snowvera in Maya's body, they fulfilled all her wishes. They also helped the villagers. At the same time, Snowvera practiced dancing to help Maya fulfill her wish of becoming a dancer. And the winter festival in the village, Snowvera performed a beautiful swan dance in the snow, mesmerizing everyone.
I'm so happy.
The last day of winter had arrived. In just one day more, everything would end, and Maya's soul would depart forever.
I think I'm ready to leave. Really? What about me? I can't accept that.
Because Snowvera had started to see Maya as an important friend in her life.
As long as I don't lose the last snowflake, you'll never leave, right?
Snowvera then used her full power to create a powerful ice enchantment, engulfing the village in eternal winter. As spring did not come, the villagers couldn't farm or travel to make a living. They gathered to plead with Snowvera to end this frozen state.
Please, it can't be like this. It's time for me to go.
Snowvera stubbornly resisted, refusing to listen to any pleas. The commotion reached the ears of the deity of the Four Seasons goddess Harmonia.
Oh, you defiant child! How dare you hinder the cycle of the seasons!
However, the ice enchantment could only be broken by its creator. If someone else broke it, that person would pay by her own life. If Harmonia intervened, Snowvera would vanish, and the eternal winter would vanish forever. So, Harmonia quietly brought Maya to the Eternal Realm.
No! Where's Maya? I've taken her! It's time for Maya to enter the cycle of reincarnation. That is the law. No! I must find her! You are so stubborn! Besides, how long do you plan to stay in this body? I return to my original form when Maya is resurrected.
The Eternal Realm was a sacred place, existing between the human world and the soul world. Here was a beautiful city with all four seasons intertwined, and there was no concept of time or space. Souls could do whatever they pleased, but some souls were lost, unable to reincarnate or remain in the mortal world. Snowvera searched for her friend everywhere. Finally, she learned that Maya's soul was captured by a group of evil spirits. They had strong attachments, unable to reincarnate, and thus they lingered, tormenting weaker souls.
Release my friend!
The evil spirits were not easily subdued. They had cultivated for thousands of years to become demons.
Take this! Maya, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, thank you.
Come back with me, Maya. I'll create a snow image for you and put your soul into it. That way, you can live forever in eternal winter.
I understand. But first, can you come with me to a special place?
She led Snowvera to the familiar cherry blossom tree they had seen before.
You can see this cherry blossom tree too? Yes, and the only way to leave the Eternal Realm is to pass through it. But first, can you help me one last time?
She wanted to see the cherry blossoms bloom together with her beloved ice spirit friend. When Snowvera turned to look at Maya, she was surprised to find her fading away, turning into glittering fairy dust. The fairy dust gathered to form a butterfly cocoon.
Please, Snowvera, end the eternal winter. During the time we played together in that winter, you gave me a very meaningful life, making me let go of everything and be ready for a new beginning. So please understand and release the village from this powerful ice enchantment.
Snowvera tearfully realized it was time to accept reality and let go of everything. Finally, Maya could reincarnate. This cherry blossom tree was also a bridge between the eternal realm and the mortal world. Here, there was no concept of time or space. Therefore, what happened on the tree could be seen in the mortal world. Turns out, the butterfly cocoon they had seen during the past winter was Snow Vera's image going through reincarnation in the future. Now, spring had come. Maya had reincarnated as a free and proud butterfly fairy. Snow Vera let go of all attachments and understood that every ending would have a new beginning. She became more responsible as a spirit. Every winter, she would return to this village to play with her beautiful butterfly friend. The life source of all creatures on Earth, the deity Aquarius bore a grand responsibility, controlling 2 sacred urns, bestowing water upon the world. The pure white urn symbolized refreshing and bountiful rains, while the black urn represented drought, meant to be poured into parched lands overexploited. Though wielding limitless power, Aquarius always felt stifled under his mother's watchful eye. She yearned for a day of liberation to act upon her desires freely. Join WOA Fairy Tale to follow the chronicles of Aquarius. Beside Aquarius stood her younger sister named Natalie. Their mother favored Aquarius above all, leaving Natalie in the shadows. Everyone claimed Aquarius possessed greater talent, an innate aptitude for water magic, thus deserving the sole right to command the 2 urns. This brewed animosity between Aquarius and her sister. The celestial queen, Aquarius' mother, ever guided her in the delicate balance of ecosystems across the planets.
Be cautious, my child. Excessive water from the white urn will lead to calamitous floods, while overusing the black urn will result in relentless drought. I know, no need to reiterate.
Aquarius remained reserved and obstinate, convinced her mother only wished to suppress her might. One day, as the Celestial Queen attended a gathering among the celestial beings in the galaxy.
Today, you must not pour water onto Earth without my return. And at her most desperate moment, Ryan appeared.
Hey! You must wait for Mother to return! Leave, it's none of your concern. You're insane! Without Mother, you're powerless! I said go away!
The pleas for rain echoed throughout the Earth. Some places were inundated, necessitating the black urn for balance, while others suffered arid desolation, craving the white urn's mercy. Humans whose entreaties remained unanswered turned to worshipping deceptive spirits. Overwhelmed by the multitude of pleas, Aquarius grew panicked. In a moment of haste, she accidentally emptied both urns, creating a severe imbalance on Earth. Half the land's desiccated, succumbing to relentless drought, while the other half luckily remained fertile.
This time you've truly messed up!
This is too much. You are truly irresponsible. Hand me the 2 urns.
The Celestial Queen enchanted the 2 urns, rendering them unusable for Aquarius until she proved her worth once more. Aquarius lost all her powers and was banished in disgrace. Upon awakening, she found herself on Earth. However, when attempting to summon rain, Aquarius found her white urn utterly dry.
How maddening! It's because my mother held back my powers, rather than letting me wield these urns freely. They forever rely on the gods.
Once revered, Aquarius now languished as a forsaken entity, falling into a path of transgressions. She became the sovereign of the celestial realm in the fertile land. considering themselves superior and viewing the people in the arid land as slaves. But Aquarius paid no heed. Daily, she reveled in never-ending night feasts, carefree and thoughtless. One day, everything had changed.
Huh? Mom, I'm so hungry. Please, could you give me something to eat? Out of my way!
Their eyes locked, and an illusion emerged.
Here, eat and be gone.
The next day, she encountered the same boy.
Please help us. This boy is critically dehydrated. I led him to find water, but he collapsed midway, unconscious.
For reasons unknown, Aquarius could not forsake the boy. She strained her ears to listen to the sound of water flowing beneath the earth. Aquarius and Iris together dug into the soil, uncovering an underground spring and successfully rescuing the boy. Subsequently, they led her to meet the afflicted people due to drought.
Has it worsened to such an extent? Please help them too! They are blameless, yet they bear the burden of their own misdeeds. Very well, I shall aid them.
She investigated the link between the two desolate and fertile lands, realizing that creating an enormous canal could transfer water from the fertile to the arid. Aquarius, alongside Iris, rallied the villagers to collaborate. With each passing day, Aquarius grasped that happiness sprang from giving and diffusing love to others. After tireless exertions, Aquarius and the villagers succeeded in bringing water. However, all was obliterated in an instant.
Ah! Change back, you monstrous thing! Wait for me, Iris!
Although she lost all her power, Aquarius tirelessly endeavored to save the innocent people.
Be a good boy. It was you all along. Did you release this monster? I remember now. At home, I saw you nurturing this creature. You even fed it. You're heartless. When will you ever understand? Are you trying to harm these innocent people? Yes, you're the best, right? But look at you, who got exiled in the end. Why does Mother always trust you, love you more than me? What do you have that I don't? I only have one sister, you! Yet you left me to live in solitude, never offering solace. You're unworthy! I will replace you as the water bearer! Hand me the 2 urns now! Otherwise, my creature will annihilate everything!
Yet giving the urns to Natalie entailed Aquarius losing her status as a fairy forever, forever barred from returning home.
No way! Fine! It's your choice!
In her anxiety, Aquarius glanced at the faces of the innocent people and reminisced about her moments with Iris.
Stop! Spare them from suffering again! Fine! I accept!
The moment Aquarius sacrificed and handed over the 2 enchanted urns to Natalie was the moment she proved her transformation. Balance was restored to her, and Aquarius regained her power to control water.
Yes, you are the greatest! Why can't you ever understand, sister? Why are you still willing to harm these innocent people? I will never forgive you, Natalie. Fool!
Even her own sister, Aquarius couldn't comprehend.
That's enough. Both of you, go home now.
Aquarius wanted to bid Iris farewell one last time, but she couldn't find her anywhere. Returning home, the Celestial Queen banished Natalie. The girl didn't bother explaining anything.
Aquarius, my child, I have consulted with the gods in the galaxy, and it seems you are ready to become the official water bearer.
Wow!
Since then, Aquarius became a constellation in the universe and could live in the Zodiac region, actively performing her role as the water bearer of the world. People born under this constellation would possess wisdom, confidence, and strength. One day, while visiting Earth, Aquarius found Iris's lost necklace. When she wore it, she was shocked to find herself transformed into Iris. Now, everything became clear. Despite enduring countless injustices and favoritism, her sister had silently helped her all along. Even the monster wasn't released by Natalie, but had come to Earth by itself. All because of her sister's selfless giving, Aquarius found the greatest happiness. Perhaps it was time for her to apologize to her sister and make amends.
They say home is where the heart is. But why do I always feel this place is so fake? Out there, what is waiting for me? Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tale to continue following. 100 years ago, the myriad creatures lived happily in the forest. Tragedy struck when the forest deity mysteriously disappeared. In its place was a ferocious lava monster. It wreaked havoc on everything and brought a veil of darkness. The forest was no longer a safe haven. They spread rumors that the very monster defeated the forest deity and took his mystical heart. In the face of this sorrow, the skilled fox person Marwood helped them build a magical crystal kingdom.
Thanks to you, Marwood. It's all thanks to the divine seed that the spirits bestowed upon me.
Listening to Marwood, the myriad creatures stayed in this land. They believed that leaving meant certain doom. Every day they mined stone ore, depleting the remaining resources outside, all for the sake of the tribal leader's kingdom. And in return, a warm and happy life. Among these myriad creatures, there was a pair of unicorn spouses. Lately, the wife had been hearing strange whispers, urging her to escape. She ventured deep into the forest, acting as if enchanted. When the husband arrived, the mother had departed forever. Only a newborn child remained. In that moment, he swore to protect his daughter for a lifetime. Savannah, the unicorn, a child born of the forest, but not allowed to return. The mysterious origin of Savannah made her look different from other unicorns. They called her an anomaly, an orphan. She found solace in the trees outside. They were her closest friends.
Come back quickly, Savannah. Do you know how dangerous this place is?
But Dad!
You're not allowed to come here anymore. I forbid it.
Despite the prohibition, Savannah would often sneak out to read the ancient scrolls left by her ancestors. The unicorns used to live so happily with nature, didn't they? Savannah continued to grow. Luckily, she had a friend, the fairy bunny Hazel. Oh, how wonderful! Wherever you go, the birds follow. I don't understand it either. Look, I can even do this! But the strange occurrences didn't stop there. Savannah often had dreams of the forest, where she saw the divine seed that Marwood always guarded. Savannah decided to seek answers about herself. It's safe. Immediately, both of them were pulled into a magical, virtual world. Under the warm light of the enchanted forest, Savannah and Hazel frolicked freely on the lush meadows. The forest was truly majestic and poetic.
These peaches are so delicious.
Please, return my heart. Give it back to me.
The divine seed is the heart of yours? So Marwood is the thief.
This is the only way for the myriad creatures to return to the forest.
Listening to the forest deity, Savannah was determined to become the one who could save him. Little did they know that taking the divine seed also meant the Crystal Kingdom would crumble. The seal broke and the swamp creatures surged in, incredibly dangerous.
Wait there! I'll bring the seed back!
As soon as they set foot in the real forest, Savannah felt a surge of fairy power in her body. She unlocked a powerful ability to control plants. Watch this! The sky seemed to brighten as Savannah appeared, and the forest was liberated from the dark night. Following the guidance of the divine seed, they arrived at a dangerous mountain pass. Savannah easily crossed it with Hazel. However, the world before them was a barren desert, completely different from the natural experiences they had before. Could it be too late to save the forest?
Finally, I caught up with you! Come on, give me the seed! Your father is in danger!
As soon as Marwood's border broke, the lava monster would destroy all life within it.
You don't want all the creatures to face extinction, do you?
Though she wanted to save the forest, Savannah couldn't abandon her father.
No! Don't give it to him! Remember your destiny, Savannah!
Suddenly, an image projected from the divine seed. As Savannah predicted, Marwood, driven by boundless greed, had stolen the forest deity's heart. However, when the forest deity vanished, the lava monster appeared and demanded its heart back. Marwood and the lava monster engaged in a terrible battle. Before fleeing, he realized the lava monster was none other than the forest deity that had been corrupted. Marwood had exploited the creature's resource exploitation, turning the once lush forest into a barren land. So that's why it led to that curse.
Give it here!
The lava monster suddenly awakened from the nightmare of vengeance after 100 years.
Be careful, Savannah!
Oh, Hazel, save him! I believe in you. And that was the last word her beloved best friend had for Savannah. In that moment of desperation, Savannah looked deep into the deity's eyes. Please return to your true self.
Deceitful! All deceitful!
That moment, Savannah embraced her fate and spread her arms to embrace the deity. Her entire body ignited, but she didn't care. With intense hatred, the deity set its own heart ablaze. Just as Savannah was about to fight, she was drawn into the subconscious of the forest deity. In front of her were images of the past.
Before I was corrupted, I split my heart in two. One half became the divine seed. The other half was guarded by the forest spirits. And I waited for the most empathetic and purest soul to give my heart to. You are the chosen one, Savannah.
I can feel the heartbeat of the forest. The answer about herself that she had been seeking for so long. The past faded away, and a new vision appeared.
Come on, Savannah, make your choice. Do you want to enjoy or challenge?
Door number 1 will bring Savannah a comfortable life in the Crystal Kingdom. The forest deity will use its remaining power to to let this land prosper for another 300 years. I will protect my family and all the creatures. At door number 2, Savannah will gain extraordinary power. Enough to bring the Forest Unicorn Tribe to a new forest. But this Oride land and the Crystal Kingdom will be forever destroyed, along with the creatures within.
What will it be?
I don't want to choose anything. It's too selfish. I just want to save you.
Yes, I guessed correctly. You're ready. Now, step through the...
Savannah returned to the Crystal Kingdom, but everything was gone. Why is it like this?
From now on, this forest will be re-established. Let me become the new forest deity, my dear. I no longer have the strength, but I trust you.
Savannah embraced the forest deity one last time, bidding farewell. Then she used all her strength to regenerate each tree, creating a lush forest. The myriad creatures also pitched in to help. Marwood was imprisoned for his crimes. From then on, all the myriad creatures lived happily together. They no longer feared stepping out of their safe haven, but always aimed to protect nature and what was most genuine.
This is a timid girl who was suddenly transformed into 3 majestic gods who ruled over Mount Olympus. The beautiful goddess Aphrodite, the wise goddess of war Athena, and the bountiful goddess Persephone. Who was this fortunate lady?
Nadia, come in.
That's right, her name was Nadia, the daughter of Zeus and a mortal woman. Nadia's mother passed away from a serious illness, and her dying wish was for her daughter to go to Olympus and reunite with her father.
Nadia, you can do it!
In the land of noble gods, a mere mortal girl was not warmly welcomed. Among her talented and beautiful sisters, she felt like an invisible presence at her own welcoming feast.
Oh, adorable, Nadia. I heard you inherited the power of lightning. Let's see what you've got. I can't.
She possessed a portion of her father's power, but she had never wielded it before. Everyone knew that Hera's purpose was just to embarrass her.
Give it a try.
Under the pressure of everyone, Nadia reluctantly tried to summon her lightning power. The demigod girl couldn't control the power, and chaos ensued at the feast. It wasn't until Zeus intervened that the destructive power was halted.
That's enough. Quickly, bring the mirror illusion here.
Nadia didn't know that her humiliation was just beginning. As per Olympus's tradition, each princess had to step into the mirror illusion and find her own crown. The other princesses were already making progress on their quests.
Oh my, just give up. A demigod like her can't achieve anything.
The taunts from her older sister successfully infuriated Nadia.
Enough! Go back to where you came from. You're just a waste of time.
Embarrassed and angered by the situation, Nadia couldn't hold back her frustration.
I don't think I'm incapable. You and you! Yes, all of you! You were born into privilege without effort! What did you say?
Silence! Do you really think that way, Nadia? Very well. I will make a pact with you.
According to the pact, Nadia would have 4 chances to complete the challenges. Additionally, she would be allowed to transform into her 3 sisters, the goddess of love, Aphrodite, the goddess of war, Athena, and the goddess of harvest, Persephone. If she couldn't complete the tasks after all 3 transformations, Nadia would have to face the challenges without the protection of any god.
And what are the conditions?
Besides your strength, you must also bear the weaknesses of your sisters. More importantly, if you fail to save yourself, you will vanish forever in the illusion.
Nadia, it's not necessary.
Nadia felt a moment of touch, realizing that Persephone was perhaps the only one concerned about her.
I agree.
For her first transformation, Nadia decided to become the goddess of love, Aphrodite. From the moment she assumed the role, Nadia enjoyed the charm of being a beautiful and alluring goddess. She met Leo, a kind forest deity, who was instantly captivated by her. They went on sweet dates, and for the first time, Nadia boldly used her powers, creating a dazzling rain of light that left Leo in awe. Listening to Nadia's story, the kind forest deity immediately offered to help. Look, Nadia! It's the chest you've been looking for!
Ooh.
With his help, Nadia found her crown crest, but she didn't expect... Ha ha ha! I've been waiting for this day, you foolish girl! It turned out that Leo was a deceitful monster who coveted the power of the crown but couldn't open the chest himself. Taking advantage of Aphrodite's innocent love, he deceived Nadia. Thus, Nadia failed her first transformation.
Ha ha ha! Look at her! Oh, the naive little girl.
I won't give up.
For her second transformation, Nadia became the goddess of wisdom and war, Athena.
Please, goddess, save this weak soul!
Nadia immediately recognized the deceitful monster. She turned the tables on him, making Leo help her find the crown. With her extraordinary combat skills and Athena's strategic mind, the demigod defeated Leo. However, the merciless goddess of war inadvertently caused the deaths of many night butterflies, the forest souls. The enraged souls rose and formed a powerful wave, attacking Nadia. In a desperate move, she used her lightning power to create a shield and bring it out. Within the shield, she deftly crafted a second protective barrier. But even with the combined power of her shield and lightning, it was not enough. Nadia continued to fail in her second transformation. Now, she only had one option left, to become Persephone, the perpetually sorrowful goddess of harvest. In return, she would have a powerful and loving husband, Hades, the king of the underworld. Under Hades' influence, Nadia didn't need to exert any effort to find the crown chest.
So I passed the challenge just like that? Was it that easy?
My daughter. Are you my daughter?
It turned out that the nearby cave used to be the home of a group of refugees who had lost their harvest season. An earthquake had tragically separated the mother and her child. She longed to see her daughter again, whether she was alive or not.
I am not your daughter.
Moved by the old woman's plight, Nadia felt compelled to do something. She thought about her journey, the power inherited from her father that had created the sparkling rain, destroyed great rocks, and so on. That power would surely help her save herself. Nadia decided to awaken her lightning power. But inside, there were only unfamiliar souls. The earthquake had taken the mother's life, and her daughter was forever lost. Famine and poverty had brought suffering to so many people. As a goddess of harvest, once abducted by Hades from her mother, Nadia couldn't hold back her pain and sorrow. She gave up the power of the crown to save the lands in distress.
So it's over.
Nadia was now left with one final choice: to be herself, a demigod with no divine protection. With her past experiences in mind, she didn't fall for Leo's tricks. As Leo saw his plan backfiring, his true face was revealed. Nadia fought back with her lightning power. Yet, victory seemed out of reach. You gods have only so much power, right? Oh no, you demigods!
Taste the revenge of the demigod!
Nadia managed to escape the clutches of the demon Leo, but was soon exhausted and lost her way.
Hey girl, you're looking for the box containing the crown, right? We can help you. Just help us defeat Leo. But it was difficult for me to escape from him. Then forget it.
Finally, Nadia agreed to cooperate with the Fireflies. With the Fireflies' guidance, Nadia was led to a high mountain where her crown was placed. However, Leo had followed the light and arrived ahead of her. Come here, don't be afraid. Help me open this chest. Just open it. Then you can transform into any of your sisters, and I can help you with that.
Really?
In the pitch dark night, Nadia, in a trance, followed Leo's instructions. At this critical moment, Nadia suddenly remembered her poor mother, who raised her with great effort. She also thought of her newly met sisters. Aphrodite, alluring but easily deceived. Athena, powerful but lacking empathy. Persephone, always melancholic due to her wicked husband. Even as gods, they had weaknesses. If she belittled herself, she couldn't expect recognition from others. Nadia refused to be defeated in such a manner.
Don't you dare take my crown!
She was determined to keep her promise to the Fireflies. No!
No!
The atmosphere at Mount Olympus grew tense.
Nonsense!
Zeus's unintentional display of power caused the sound from the feast to enter the illusion.
Haha, I expected it to live longer. So weak.
You're weak, not me! Nadia, I won't give up!
As she saw the swarm of night butterfly chasing Firefly's light, she came up with a plan. Nadia closed her eyes, recalling her journey. The strength of her father passed down to her, which allowed her to create sparkling rain and form a shield of lightning, even destroying giant boulders. That power, combined with her unwavering determination, caused her to emit a radiant glow in the dark. The gods believed that she couldn't return.
Nadia! Nadia!
Surrounded by a glowing dome, Nadia had successfully attracted the swarm of night butterfly who saved her life. Nadia returned safely and finally gained the recognition of the gods and her family. With extraordinary perseverance and courage, she became the 4th princess of Mount Olympus.
Let me know in the comments which transformation you like the most!
Long, long ago, fire and water were 2 opposing elements, and they could never blend, no matter how hard they tried. on 1,000 years volcanic mountain that had lived a tribe of lava beings. Each one of them radiated a fiery aura, and their personalities were somewhat fierce and intense. However, among them, Prince Pyro was calm and gentle person. Like any other, the lava tribe's duty was to control the flow of lava beneath the Earth's surface, and even during eruptions, to ensure the peace of all living things. But under the depths of the ocean, the water tribe had a different perspective.
Marina, my child, stay away from the lava tribe. They bring danger and misfortune. The love between the two tribes was particularly forbidden, a legacy passed down through countless generations.
Father, don't worry. I'm not that easy to sway.
Marina, the sole daughter of the Water King, inherited her father's power, making her incredibly formidable. However, the tale had nothing extraordinary to tell until one day, during Pyro's practice atop the fiery Pyro Mountain. A sinister shadow named Draven attacked out of nowhere. Draven aimed to seize both lands of the lava and water tribes, seeking to rule the world. Help! Help me! Due to Pyro's limited strength, he quickly fell into the sea. It was then that Marina saw him and swiftly pulled Pyro to safety. Pyro was gravely injured, and Marina didn't know how to help.
I can't get near him.
Marina kept looking at Pyro that way.
He's quite handsome. Wait, did I just say that?
Finally, Pyro began to regain consciousness. The sight of Marina's beauty left him speechless. They quickly got to know each other, and then bid farewell with lingering fondness.
Marina, how dare you defy my words and interact with the lava tribe? I forbid you from ever rising to the surface.
Meanwhile, Pyro continued to climb the volcanic mountain daily, hoping to catch a glimpse of Marina. Marina sent her longing through written messages, using magic to float them above the water's surface. Pyro was overjoyed to receive Marina's letters, and she arranged to meet him in a forest, far from the ocean and the volcano. The following day, Marina escaped her parents and went to see Pyro on the surface. They walked together, but the ancient stone curse held them back from holding hands or being too close.
What is our relationship? Love or just comradeship? When we can't be near each other.
It's all because of the stone curse between our two tribes. I don't know what to do, but I know how to do this. Look!
Hot! It's hot!
Huh?
What's happening?
Rushed out of the forest to witness the volcano erupting and lava flowing towards the ocean.
Oh no!
Pyro attempted to control the lava's flow with all his might, but he couldn't contain it.
This is your price you pay for courting the Water King's daughter. I'll destroy this ocean.
Creatures under the sea fled in chaos, and even their castle was being destroyed by the lava flow.
Soldiers, follow me to the surface.
The Water King unleashed his fierce power and attacked the Lava King.
Quickly sink this volcano.
The lava citizen panicked as water inundated their realm, spreading fear and chaos.
take my final strike.
Yeah.
Stop, Father! I'll go with you. I'll never see Pyro again.
The Water King withdrew his forces, and Marina looked back at Pyro one last time before returning with her father. Marina secluded herself in her room every day.
Get away! I won't eat. Without Pyro, life means nothing.
Seeing his daughter's despair, the Water King couldn't bear it. Pyro was similarly devastated, growing more distant and aggressive, focusing solely on mastering his magical abilities. He who was once joyful and lively had become quick-tempered. Pyro quarreled with others and caused injuries. The distance between fathers and children grew. Both kings were determined to thwart their children's love due to the ancient curse. Marina's longing for Pyro left her weak and drained.
Quickly, get the physicians.
However, the physicians were helpless. At that moment, violent waves rocked the ocean's surface.
You again? Draven!
Draven weakened both tribes, making it easier to control them. He captured the kings and imprisoned them in a cage. Upon hearing this news, Marina and Pyro couldn't sit still. They met, both looking disheveled after enduring a long separation. Both decided to rescue their fathers from Draven's clutches. In the realm of shadows, the kings still dare not touch each other, fearing the ancient curse.
This will be your last meal.
By nightfall, both kings were hungry. They realized that the curse didn't seem to affect them.
You foolish kings, you believed in a mere legend.
Long ago, at a feast of the gods, Draven was the only one not invited due to his darkness. The Water Tribe's beings danced alongside the Lava Tribe's beings. Out of jealousy, Draven secretly cast a spell that turned the dancing individuals into stone.
Water and lava are incompatible. These two tribes will never unite. If you persist, this world will be destroyed.
Draven, release my father!
I will defeat those kids, then deal with the two of you.
On the outside, Marina and Pyro were attempting to make their way inside. Marina summoned the power of the ocean and fired a torrent of water at Draven, but it had no effect. Pyro summoned his lava power, but he was swiftly defeated by Draven. Marina, step back! I'll use my last power! Pyro created a massive lava pit that engulfed Draven.
I'll take her with me. Ha ha ha!
Stop! I'm willing to sacrifice myself!
No, I can't! Marina! He embraced Marina and set her down, leaving her with minor burns but not turned to stone. Both realized that the ancient prophecy had no effect. In their joy, Pyro was suddenly struck unconscious by Draven.
Pyro, infuse your strength into me!
Marina knew that taking on Pyro's strength would bring her immense pain, but she became stronger than ever. She swiftly defeated Draven. Marina lifted Pyro and dashed into the castle to rescue their fathers.
We know the truth now.
From now on, nothing can keep the two of you apart.
Today's story ends here. Join us for more wonderful and touching tales by subscribing to WOA Fairy Tale.
ancient Greece, monsters of a kind were isolated by the terrifying... Oh, I just wanted to ask you all to subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel. If only I could be normal like a human, I wouldn't want to be scary. Oh. Among the famous monsters, the most beautiful was...
Welcome to the 16th birthday of Pink Medusa!
Medusa, the most beautiful monster with pink snake hair and a gaze that could freeze others. Incredibly beautiful, confident, and glamorous.
I wish I could be like her. I wouldn't be scary.
So beautiful, it's worth risking sneaking in here. Medusa couldn't live without this fame. Today was also the day she said goodbye to everyone, as she was old enough to attend the school for gods and monsters.
Finally, I can become even more famous, and the gods will notice me.
But the divine and demigod students were not impressed by Medusa's beauty. Medusa was surrounded by bullet-like glances as she tried to approach them. Stop! Don't bully the new students! Fortunately, Perseus, the most famous demigod student, protected Medusa. Let me take you to the monster dormitory.
Oh, all right.
This is not our place. The gods hate monsters very much. You absolutely must not get involved with the divine or demigod students. Always as confident as a star, Medusa couldn't bear this discrimination. She hatched a plan to regain her shining glory at the welcome party for new students. Medusa used her snakes to take control of Cupid's bow.
Don't look at that little goddess anymore. Let me introduce... Pink Medusa, the most beautiful monster in the monster world.
But the student audience was not as excited as Medusa had hoped. Never before had she been so disrespected. Medusa couldn't contain her emotions and accidentally activated her freezing eye.
You monster, you've frozen us. No, I didn't mean to, I swear.
Stop! Medusa can't control it. She didn't do it on purpose. The teachers will unfreeze the two students. No need to blame Medusa. Without saying, everyone knew that Medusa had started to admire Perseus. If he weren't a demigod, Perseus would have become a god on Olympus.
He's so perfect that monsters should stay away, especially you!
The disdainful glances from the gods and demigod students made Medusa realize that monsters like her couldn't be with Perseus.
I wish I weren't a monster. What is it?
Minotaur, Medusa's monster friend, couldn't understand why he suddenly caused chaos in the school. Perseus decisively lured the Minotaur out of the school, but he was caught in the monster dormitory. Fortunately, the pink monster appeared to rescue Perseus and the whole school. When Principal Athena heard about this heroic act, she arranged for Medusa to stay in the divine dormitory. Thinking about being with the gods, becoming famous again, Medusa eagerly accepted.
I agree!
Medusa's school life changed from then on. No one discriminated against Medusa anymore. She lived, learned, and played with the beautiful gods. Medusa became the center of attention, and even better, she became a couple with Perseus. The brilliance made Medusa more arrogant than ever before. She even imitated the divine students and turned her back on her monster friends.
If I still stay with those monsters, everyone will look down on me.
An incident occurred before the ceremony attended by the supreme Olympian gods. Medusa? Where is Medusa? Cupid, who had once courted Perseus, was frozen. Naturally, all suspicions were directed at Medusa.
She's the culprit. Last night I saw Medusa in the flower garden.
I did go to the flower garden, but it was to meet Perseus. I didn't see Cupid.
That's right, I was with Medusa. No one believed, even though Perseus stood up to defend Medusa.
They always see me as a monster.
Perseus reluctantly made a decision. He would keep Medusa's frozen eye. After the festival, Cupid will be unfrozen. Until then, she'll have to stay here.
Don't let it go. Medusa probably understands who her true kind is now.
Only monsters truly accept me. Why do I hate my own kind? I'm not even a god.
Suddenly, there were strange screams from the festival.
My eye feels cold. Could it be? I can't see! Snakes, guide me to where Perseus is!
Medusa was horrified when the snakes described the scene. The supreme gods had been frozen, and the students were terrified to close their eyes. And Perseus was the culprit.
Perseus? Why? It can't be!
Why not? It turns out, Perseus strived to become a great god because he wanted to be a god on Olympus, but he couldn't because he was only a demigod, so he hatched a plan to eliminate the Olympian gods. Medusa's freezing ability was the power Perseus needed. I seduced you actively, helped you achieve greatness, and...
Maybe you should close your eyes. Emotions make me lose control of my freezing gaze.
I used you from the beginning. I almost got in trouble because your eye didn't listen to me. You arrived at the right time. If you're gone, your frozen eye will be entirely mine. Medusa still felt her frozen eye, but couldn't wake it up, so she had to run away.
Run in my direction, Medusa!
Minotaur, why is everyone...
It doesn't matter. We can't let Perseus catch you.
But Perseus had blocked their way and froze everyone except Medusa, who couldn't see the light of day. Now Medusa understood that she needed people who genuinely cared about her.
No! No!
All the emotions within Medusa exploded, and her frozen eye was awakened. Perseus knew that the frozen eye had gone out of control, but it was too late. Medusa was hailed for stopping Perseus. But the only thing she needed was true friends. The gods and students changed from that day on. Eventually, a monster like Medusa saved the entire school. Medusa became more humble, but no less beautiful. She still attracted everyone, and lived up to the name Pink Medusa.
What would happen if a bride passed away right before her wedding? She would become a ghost bride. Let me go! I'm innocent! Bride Samara was kidnapped right before her wedding. Release me! Set me free! Who are you? While struggling with the kidnapper, Samara accidentally fell into a ravine and passed away. Descending to hell, Samara cried out for justice, but in vain. Death and the King of Hell believed they were not at fault. After 100 years of incessant cries, refusing to be reborn or to transcend, the King of Hell personally examined her.
Subscribe to the WOA Fairy Tales channel so that we can reach 1 million. You, demon, this is the narrator's script. Bring me the Book of Death.
The King of Hell had indeed made a mistake. Samara had departed earlier than scheduled in the Book of Death. However, he couldn't resurrect Samara. She had too many attachment, consumed by both hatred for the kidnapper and regret for not having a happy wedding.
You need to resolve all of your eager desires so that I can bring you back to life. Find the kidnapper. If he's no longer alive, find his descendants and bring them down here to pay for his deeds. That way, you will be able to resolve your revenge.
According to the law of yin and yang, Samara had only 3 months in the mortal realm. Beyond this deadline, her soul would vanish forever. Wandering on the earthly realm for a few days, Samara witnessed an unjust scene. The poor artist Norman, bewildered, couldn't understand why he was being chased by the nobleman Jack. Samara couldn't ignore this scene. Boo!
Hey, are you a ghost?
Can't you tell? And why is that guy chasing you? It turned out that Norman's ancestors owed a debt to Jack's ancestors. Jack often used this old debt to pressure Norman.
Thank you for saving me. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Having little memory of the mortal realm, Samara needed Norman's guidance. But there had to be a connection for the ghost to coexist with the living, a way to create a yin-yang bond. How about you marry me?
What?
Of course, Norman couldn't agree to such a thing. And so many unfortunate events began to unfold from the moment he refused Samara. Determined to make Norman pay, Samara caused mischief to force him to marry her. Eventually, Norman couldn't bear it anymore. What are you thinking now? Dealing with ghosts and demons was highly forbidden, and poor Norman had no choice but to have a ghost wedding with Samara.
So, do you agree to marry the bride?
No, yes, I mean...
If you don't agree...
Yes, I agree.
Norman's life changed from that moment on. Living with a ghostly wife was certainly not an easy task.
What are you doing?
There were many conflicts between the mortal youth and the 100-year-old ghost. How rude! How dare you! I'm over 100 years older than you!
Who knows if ghosts even take baths?
He plays the instrument so well. I wish he were mine. Numerous funny and amusing situations occurred between the two of them.
Sorry, ladies. I have to go.
He plays the instrument so well. Oh, I wish he were mine.
Don't be jealous like a child.
Things happened strangely when one day Jack appeared again, causing trouble for Norman. Witnessing that scene, Samara recalled the time that she had been harmed by an evil person in the past.
Huh? What are you hiding in there?
Open the door, or don't blame me for being wicked. You'll see.
Handsome guys, come here with me. Come closer and see. Don't leave me alone. Jack was terrified that he ran away. Moved by Samara's kindness, Norman started to make an effort to understand her more. Norman's life became less difficult without Jack's harassment. Samara also helped Norman find evidence so that he could report Jack's crimes to the royal court. As for Norman, he enthusiastically helped Samara find the descendants of the kidnapper. Every time Samara felt sad thinking about her past life, Norman was there to listen to her. A love between a mortal and a ghost slowly blossomed between this couple. However, nearly 3 months of searching for the sword brought no results for them.
Huh? Still nothing?
As the sun rises, my time is also running out. I may have to leave forever.
Isn't there any other way?
Norman, there is something I have to tell you. What is it?
No, forgive me. I just passed by unintentionally.
Something familiar caught Samara's attention.
He ran away. Let him go. What were you gonna say?
Is that sword his?
It's his family's sword. Last time, he was scared and ran away. So, he must have taken it out to use temporarily.
That sword belongs to the one who kidnapped me! Oh, he is the descendant of the one who kidnapped me! I never expected that! Oh, thank you, Norman! I will return to you!
Hey!
Samara quickly pulled Jack's soul down to be judged by the King of Hell. But just as Samara was rejoicing, thinking about her resurrection.
Not this person.
What? It can't be! I'm certain! That sword belongs to the kidnapper! It's his family heirloom! Jack is his descendant! Jack is...
This sword, it wasn't originally mine.
Then who does it belong to?
No, my grandfather confiscated it to collect the debt from Norman's grandfather.
What? How is that possible?
Norman! Here he is! Right, that's him. He's the one. He's your ancestor. Norman is the one you must seek revenge on.
Consumed by hatred, Samara flew back to the mortal realm to seek revenge on Norman.
Huh? What should I do now?
Norman, visiting the graves of his ancestors, unaware of what was about to happen. Is this the grave of your ancestors?
Samara? I thought you'd had...
I thought so too. In her frenzy, Samara explained everything, blaming Norman and his ancestors for stealing her life away. You must pay for your life! I will drag you to hell!
I accept. As long as you can live, my ancestors have wronged you. I will bear their sins in their place.
Samara suddenly snapped back to her senses. How could she harm such a kind-hearted person? Someone who had given her a period of happiness she had never experienced before. No! How could I? You have done nothing wrong. I cannot harm someone who cares.
Samara!
No, the sun is rising. Please take me to hell, Samara. There's still time. Please.
I'm sorry, Norman. Norman's life seemed to return to its previous state. As for Jack, the King of Hell told him everything before sending him back to the mortal realm.
He's still alive.
which means the female ghost is gone, according to my plan.
You can't hide anymore! Come out!
It's not the time now. How dare you!
What about the handsome guys? Come here with me. Come closer and see.
Ah! It can't be. That ghost must have vanished, right?
Are you Jack? We received a complaint about you. Where are your companions? Catch them!
Oh, Samara. I thought
so too. It turns out, at that moment, I didn't actually vanish. When I forgave you, I no longer had any trace of resentment. I also have a happy marriage with you, something that was taken away from me. So, I no longer hold any grudges. The King of Hell called me back for rebirth.
But you've been down there for so long. Your loved ones are no longer here, aren't they?
Perhaps, I guess.
Or maybe you should stay here with me.
But
Will you agree?
I agree! And from that moment on, they lived happily together, forever and ever.
The night fell. The shimmering lights reflected on the surface of the pond created an atmosphere of mystery and beauty. For generations, the Swan tribe had mastered the art of ballet. No one could resist the graceful beauty and the pristine white wings of the swans as they danced in mesmerizing and flawless movements. Princess Chloe, the unique daughter of the king, was entrusted with the important task of inheriting the golden throne of the Swan tribe. To become the queen, Chloe had to defeat other talented candidates in the ballet competition right after her father's reign ended. Anyone could participate in the competition, but Chloe's royal family always won the first prize, never losing the throne to anyone else. Her father had high expectations for her, but unfortunately, Chloe was a playful, lazy, and often gave up easily. Subscribe to WOA Fairy Tales to follow the story. Since she was young, Chloe had heard about the extraordinary power of the Swan tribe. They had the ability to control magic when they danced, and the legendary dance of her family contained immense power. To achieve that, Chloe had to practice tirelessly every day, but the legendary dance was too difficult for her.
Get up. As a royal swan, you must become the most beautiful dancer in the tribe.
It's too hard. I don't want to practice anymore. Let me take a break and play. I'll practice later.
Chloe.
Chloe easily got discouraged, and whenever things became difficult, she would find ways to escape the practice and indulge in outside pleasures. Chloe's ballet teacher was her cousin Hudson. The king promised that if Chloe became queen, Hudson would be in charge of directing the Swan tribe's nightly performances. However, as the competition approached, Chloe still couldn't perform the legendary dance. I'm tired. I'll just dance without practicing. Stop it. No more practice.
Come on, Chloe. I've never seen anyone as lazy as you.
I'm so tired, Hudson. I wish someone could complete the competition for me, and I'll just become the queen.
Hudson was worried that if things continued like this, Chloe wouldn't be able to win the competition.
You're really out of mind. I have a plan. Bring a lot of money and come with me.
Wow, Hudson, you're truly the smartest.
Together, Hudson and Chloe sought out a malevolent witch who specialized in fulfilling dark desires for money.
In short, I want someone incredibly talented to dance for me. Solve it quickly, old hag. Very well, lazy princess. This little item can help you with that. Pluck a feather and put it here. After a while, the liquid transformed into a replica of Chloe, looking exactly like her, but with dark-colored wings and attire. Oh, it's truly magical!
Indeed, she looks just like you in every detail.
No, she's not. She has dark attire and wings.
What? Look again.
Listen, I've taken your confident and talented self and created Night Swan from it. Only you can see her dark colors. Through dark magic, in the eyes of everyone else, she still has the same pristine white feathers as you. So that's how it is. Now you can replace Night Swan in the competition. And when you're done, use the larva jar to absorb her back in. Chloe spent the whole night talking to Night Swan, sharing her life and the people around her. Night Swan listened and memorized everything, mimicking Chloe's every word. The next day, Chloe secretly observed Night Swan. Under her father's watchful eyes, Night Swan performed a dance full of enchantment and mystery. Chloe's father couldn't hide his admiration and gave her a round of applause, something Chloe had never received before.
You dance beautifully, Chloe. I'm very proud of you.
Not only did she please Chloe's father, but she also earned the admiration of the entire Swan tribe. She was truly a priceless treasure of the royal family, something Chloe could never achieve. Chloe felt joyful and happy. Even the lazy ones have their own ways to succeed, don't they? Chloe spent her days playing, while Night Swan stayed behind to train with Hudson for the exquisite legendary dance. On the day of the competition, Chloe hid in a secluded corner and eagerly watched Night Swan perform. Her dance was extraordinary, delicate as the morning dew and enchanting. Everyone erupted in a thunderous applause.
Let's welcome our new Swan Queen, Chloe.
Thank you. You did great. I don't need you anymore. You're not only lazy but also foolish. Did you really think you could control me? What are you saying? Go back to your cocoon! But nothing happened. It turned out Chloe had been deceived by the malevolent witch. Night Swan had become a separate entity with a desire to take over this life. I am the one who deserves to be queen. Nobody needs someone as useless and harmful as you. Night Swan would destroy Chloe to become the sole entity. Give up, princess! Surrender your body to me! Never! Oh, looky! I'll catch that little one later. She was fortunate to survive such a powerful collision. She felt extremely scared of the dark magic and the consequences she had caused due to her laziness and selfishness. Hudson finally found her in her worst state.
Chloe, I found you. I've been searching for you.
Hudson, I didn't know what to do anymore.
Do you know? Night Swan has gained absolute power. Even your father can't stop her.
And
I can't even be sure if Father will believe me. There's no one left to help me.
You are the only one who can save yourself. Stand up, Chloe.
Determination ignited within Chloe like a burning torch amidst the storm. This time, she would truly change.
I understand. Keep teaching me to dance, Hudson. I want to defeat Night Swan and reclaim my life.
The two siblings went to a cottage in the forest and practiced ballet day and night. Her usual laziness was replaced by a determined gaze that was unafraid of challenges. After 3 months of training, Chloe finally succeeded in performing the legendary dance and unlocking the extraordinary power of the swan. After ascending to the throne, Night Swan revealed her tyranny and cruelty. She wanted to conquer other kingdoms as well. Knowing that swans had the ability to shoot magic whenever they danced, she forced them to use their dances as weapons instead of mere entertainment. Compelled to follow the path of war, they couldn't dance out of passion anymore, and the swan tribe now lived in agony. Chloe's father noticed a significant transformation in Chloe since she ascended to the throne. She grew distant and authoritarian, only wishing to issue commands and have everyone obediently follow her will. Despite his repeated attempts to advise her, she remained indifferent, believing herself to be the rightful ruler who needed to answer to no one. Her father felt deep sorrow and longing for the girl she once was, lazy yet kind-hearted, always caring for her people and family. Chloe returned, surprising the entire tribe. They couldn't comprehend how there were two identical figures before them.
I am the true princess. Release my people at once. You are an imposter. I shall personally vanquish you.
Melodic tunes filled the air as Chloe gracefully danced, moving with a gentle and ethereal elegance. In contrast, Night Swan possessed a seductive and commanding dance, exhibiting powerful and unpredictable movements. With a swift gesture, Night Swan unleashed a tremendous surge of energy towards Chloe. Chloe retaliated with a radiant beam of light. She exerted all her strength, pulling Chloe closer, seeking to merge with her. Chloe found herself completely overpowered, unable to break free. Hudson promptly revealed the truth to Chloe's father. Chloe's father gazed at Night Swan with perplexity. Through his eyes, he beheld a replica that gleamed as lustrously as Chloe once did.
Cease your deceitful words! Where are my soldiers? Take him away!
As Chloe delved into Night Swan's subconscious, she found herself entranced in a world of darkness and gloom.
I am defeated. Oh, if only I had heeded my father's words. I truly am the most wretched child.
Suddenly, Chloe glimpsed fleeting fragments of memories, witnessing her father's words of encouragement and unwavering support, urging her towards success.
Oh, Chloe, endeavor is a journey of relentless determination and discipline. Keep striving, my dear. I have faith in you.
Soon images of the two of them joyfully admiring the graceful performances of the Swan tribe unfolded before her eyes. They danced with fervent passion, upholding an age-old tradition that could never be shattered. These fragments of cherished memories enveloped Chloe with a newfound strength. Determined, Chloe set out to find anything that could aid her escape from this predicament. She traversed the endless expanse of nothingness until at last she discovered a strand of radiant white swan feather.
No!
Everyone could now see her true form, adorned with ebony feathers. Chloe's escape was possible because she remained true to her original self, impervious to the replica forged through dark sorcery. Once the feather is obtained, the seal shall be broken and she can be vanquished. Chloe came to realize that maturity entailed not only accepting responsibility, but also dedicating oneself to relentless self-improvement in order to achieve success.